National STOL heads back in time this weekend, surrounded by the relics of history underneath the roaring afterburners of Oceania's Super Hornets. We're in Virginia Beach at the Military Aviation Museum, home to warbirds that take off and land on this World War II-style aerodrome, complete with authentic control tower. Welcome to Heritage STOL. It's the second East Coast competition in as many weeks. Watch as Matt Dorssom continues his sprint for annual points to solidify his season standings in the sport class. Meanwhile, Piperzilla roars back onto the turf, showing us just how capable the mighty Piper Cherokee can be. Even more East Coast STOL competitors are coming to play, with Lee Boyd and Dave Warren bringing Cubs to the fight. Get ready for all that with a side of Warbird. The line is painted. Let's get those engines started. National STOL's Heritage STOL starts now. And welcome, everybody, to Heritage STOL, Day 1 practice session. My name's Ryan Dombrowski.
I'm Cam Walton.
And we're gearing up. Are you ready, STOL freaks? Are you ready, Av geeks? It's going to be one heck of a day here in the middle of this beautiful turf field.
Yes.
This is a really cool, special place to be, Cam, because we are literally on like a replica World War II aerodrome today.
Yeah. It's really awesome. They built it brick by brick from an aerodrome in England, right?
Yeah, they brought it over. Down there, you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but down there, there's a World War II control tower that, like you said, brick by brick shipped over. Last year, I heard that Britain, like the country, was mad about it. They're like, we want that back.
I'd be mad about it, too. Honestly, it's very, very well put together.
So they shipped it over. They built it here. It's amazing. We're at the Military Aviation Museum, folks, and one of the things that's so special about this place, not only that we're going to be competing and exhibiting some pretty cool warbirds over the weekend as well on this runway, they have an amazing military aviation aircraft collection.
Yes.
And not all of it is even here. There's so many. So there's like a hangar over there that's all World War I aircraft.
Yep.
There's a hangar over there that's all the World War II German aircraft. Mm-hmm. And then in the main building to our left, where you can see the competitive aircraft hanging out, there are like kind of what you would expect almost.
Yeah.
Right? Like, and I mean that in the best possible way. Like you got like the P-51s.
Right. Mosquito.
The 109s hanging out on the ramp right now. The Mosquito.
Yes. Just
the old Mossy.
The old Mossy, yes.
So, I mean, that it's just like, it's an amazing thing. And what's really cool, Ken, is almost every one of these aircraft could fly.
Yeah.
Like they keep them as flyable as possible. And we saw today the 109 taxied by. You and I were like, ooh, it sounds so good.
Oh, man.
And
it's got the authentic engine. Like it is a Mercedes-driven engine, a driven aircraft. So it's not got the aftermarket Allison in it that some of the 109s, the other 109s
it's like the real thing.
Yeah.
This museum also owns an ME-262.
Yes, that is not here.
It's not here. They keep it in a different place because it can't take off on the grass, I don't think.
Yeah,
or they don't want to take off on the grass.
I think it is still in Oshkosh, in fact.
It's in Oshkosh right now.
I think so because they have Fat Man the Bomb here. It was an exchange.
Oh, little tradesies. Yeah. So at Oshkosh, I actually got to sit in it. I got to sit in this, like, my life is weird sometimes.
Look at
this
me.
like a weird flex. I got to sit in one of 3.
Yeah.
So there are no surviving originals that fly.
Right.
They're all in museums.
Yes.
And then this museum and a bunch of other museums kind of worked together when they were restoring one of the originals. They made parts of the figured out how to make all the parts, and they made replicas. There are 3 flying replicas. It's identical to what was flown back then, except they're using Learjet engines now, because obviously the old engines aren't in production anymore. And they've upgraded the brakes just to help, just for safety.
That might
but I
help.
sat in it And it is like, I mean, I know it's like, it's like the German jet fighter, right? But like I
Right.
sat in it, and like even though it's a replica, like the history, like whoa.
Oh yeah, man.
You're sitting up there, and I was looking around like, wow, the visibility is pretty good up here, and I just flashed, my brain just flashed to like, what would it have been like to like strap yourself in? Like the Allies are coming hard,
Yes.
times are desperate.
You're throwing the kitchen sink.
And they're like, hey, buddy, hop into this crazy thing called a fighter jet that we just invented. Good luck. Like, it was interesting. It was an interesting thing. I was like, wow. And then you think about the guys on our side
Yeah.
who are like, strap into this P-51. There's this new thing called a fighter jet. Good luck.
Good luck. Yeah.
It's just, anyway, we're waxing poetic about World War II. It's hard not to, though, Cam, when you're here at the Military Aviation Museum. It is a hidden gem. We're in Virginia Beach, Virginia, just south of Oceana.
Yeah.
We got F-18s overhead.
E2s as well.
Just south of Norfolk.
Yeah.
Anyway, Cam, what are we actually here to do today?
We're actually here to do a few things. So we're still going to follow the theme from last week. Do a spot landing competition.
Okay.
Yeah, and then of course the traditional STOL competition. And why don't we cut to the what is STOL video?
Yeah, let's teach you a little bit about what that is. Erickson.
Takeoff and landing competitions are simple. We have the pilots here competing in separate classes to get the lowest score possible. As you see behind me, we have the start-finish line, so let's start with the takeoff.
This runway is marked with a start-finish line, and as a competitor parks their main gear on the line, they apply power and position their aircraft to get off the ground as soon as possible. Once their main gear leaves the ground, a line judge will mark their takeoff score using the measuring line along the side. This score will be added to the pilot's landing score on this heat. The landing is in two parts. It's either over the line and counted, or if the pilot's main gear touches down before the line, or even touches the line, this heat score is scratched and results on a landing disqualification, and the pilot will have to rely on another takeoff and landing score to get them on the podium. A quick look at our aircraft shows we have two types of landing gear, tricycle and tail draggers. On the tail dragger aircraft, the score is marked from the two main wheels toward the front of the airplane. And for tricycle landing gear, the score is marked by the two main gear in the rear of the aircraft. It's a fierce competition out here, but at the end of the day, it's all about building better and safer pilots in the skies.
It's a great day for STOL competitions. Let's get it started.
And welcome back to Heritage STOL at the Military Aviation Museum in Virginia Beach, Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, we've been all over the place.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
right?
was thinking about like Pinedale, then you were in Pennsylvania last week, now
Yeah.
we're here down in Virginia. 42 Victor Alpha on your sectional.
Okay.
If you're following along home. Sorry. I just
No.
got excited.
Oh, no. I've been excited since we pulled in here 2 nights ago. It's just like, what am I going to see? What are we going to see?
Yeah.
It's just so much.
You see, open a door and it's like, boom, there's an original Curtis Jenny.
Yeah. Man.
That's
Yeah.
the one on the postage stamp.
Yes, that is the one on the
We got to talk about this spot landing. So you guys did this last week in Pennsylvania, and this is really cool to me. I was watching at home. This is like, we always talk about what is National STOL. You just learned about how National STOL works, how a STOL competition works. Well, it's a spot landing competition kind of turned up to 11, right? So now we're going to do spot landing, which is kind of the precursor of all of this.
Right.
Which is maybe, in the shortest explanation possible, just what it is. It sounds what it is. It's like land at that particular spot. But are there any specific rules we should walk folks through about how the spot landing works?
So there's going to be 2 touch and goes, and then they're going to land on their third landing. But the main rules are that the distance is going to be measured from both sides of the lines.
Okay.
So the line, our normal STOL line that's painted out there, the white line, you land 10 feet in front of it, that's 10 feet. You land 10 feet beyond it, that's 10 feet.
So no scratching in the spot landing contest.
No, I don't believe so.
You can land on either side of the line, and it's a measurement from the line. And the biggest notable difference is we're not concerned with how quickly you stop.
Right.
You mentioned it's touch and goes.
Yeah,
so it's literally like, where do those main wheels touch the ground? Measure that distance from the line either side.
Yep.
Very cool. That's cool. This is like what you would do at your home airport, right?
Yeah,
this is
honestly.
like actually, I'm going to be announcing a spot landing competition next weekend.
Yeah.
At Timmerman Airport. They have a little bit slightly different rules.
Yeah.
I know some spot landing competitions you need to like cut the power and do a power off 180. Like people have there's different flavors.
Yeah.
But the way we're running it today is a pretty straightforward thing. Weather today, maybe a consideration we want to talk about. No weather observation here at the Military Aviation Museum, this private airport that they have here. But kind of the closest to us is Chesapeake Regional. Also, Norfolk International is not too far away either, about 15 nautical miles away. At Norfolk, it's winds are 210 at 7, visibility 10, sky clear. Chesapeake Regional, same thing, winds 210 at 5. So we're looking at like 5 to 7 knots. Wind sock's looking pretty chill.
Yeah, it's
there.
chilling out.
So I think that, not a lot to work with from a STOL perspective, but for spot landing, maybe not the worst conditions. Just calm-ish.
Yeah. I mean, anything's going to be better than what we were experiencing last week. Last week, it was pretty much winds variable. So, I mean, half the time there was tailwinds. And it didn't matter which way we would flip the runway. I mean, because just like here, there's a tree line that's here. The tree line was further out than what it was. Than what it is here. But it was still just crazy winds, rotors. Like the pilots definitely had their hands full, and we had a few rookies that were hesitant the night before.
Sporty.
And the night before that, we were all trying to convince them to come out here and perform. Like, be safe. Like, go within your personal minimums, and then have fun. And everyone was flying in challenging conditions. So,
well, let's see what it looks like today. Right now, here's the lineup for the spot landing competition here at Heritage STOL at the Military Aviation Museum. Race number 95 is Matt Dorssom in a 1995 Kitfox 4. Andrew Findlay's back. He was here last year in a 1998 Kitfox 5. Kelly Kapowski, I think is what they call that airplane. That's a millennial reference for you. Race 219, Lee Boyd in that 2012 Cub Crafters Carbon Cub. Dave Warren, race number 67, 1967 Piper Super Cub. And then bringing up the rear for the spot landing competition is going to be Daniel Donahue in the 1947 Stinson 108. It's be really cool to see. That's race number 89, a bright yellow one. And then a little bit after that, folks, hold on to your hats because we got some yaks hanging out. And that's going to be cool to see. We've got Shannon Ennis and Mikey Morrison are going to be flying some yaks for us. We're going to see some of that. They're going to do a little bit of see who can take off short, a little STOL style, and then just show us a little bit of formation work and things like that.
Yeah,
so that's going to be really exciting
M14 power, 360 horsepower.
A lot of, what did you say?
A lot of all the unleashing all the horses.
Whole stable.
Yeah, the whole stable.
The whole stable. There's a lot of power in ye old
yakety yaks.
Ye old yakety yaks. Want to say thanks to our friends at Live Air Show TV for simulcasting National STOL.
Yeah, this is really cool.
Really cool. So you can check out Live Air Show TV. They're going to be doing all sorts of stuff, kind of the tail end of the air show season coming up as we progress from summer into fall. The kids are back in school now, and so they're going to be bringing some air shows to you. That's really awesome. Also, it's just a great time to say thanks to our friends at the Military Aviation Museum, Keegan, Mitch, Zach.
Yeah, the whole team.
That's just the beginning. There's a whole team of people that keep this beautiful, wonderful place running, and really excited to be here again and be hanging out with them and seeing everything they do. So
Yeah.
thank you to them for their hospitality. It's pretty cool to wake up in the morning and walk into a hangar with the World War I biplanes and triplanes. And
yeah.
they're going to be giving our pilots a little special access tour later tonight
Yes.
to just show the collection off.
Like quite literally meet the Fockers.
Hey, well done. That was good, Cam. So that's really cool. And while we're thanking people, I want to thank our sponsors, ICOM.
Oh, yeah.
The radio people.
Yes.
Like the radio people, ICOM radios. They provided new radios to National STOL after the trailer fire earlier this summer. New radios helping our staff and volunteers communicate this weekend.
And
so
all
big
of the
thanks to them.
safety yellow shirts for everyone on the flight line that's working the flight line today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep them nice and visible there in
Yep.
front of everybody.
Yep.
Very important. So big thanks to our friends at ICOM for that. So getting ready now, I see we've got some aircraft
We got some props turning.
spinning up.
Matt Dorssom being released first.
So this was part of the new format in Pennsylvania, and I kind of like it just because let's switch it up, right? Like
Yeah.
let's show people. I think National STOL is a lot about accessibility, and we're showing people even more ways that this sport of aviation, this passion we all have, can be accessible. And so see Matt Dorssom now taxiing up to the line in the Kitfox. Really different set of skills at play, or I should say, like, it's an abbreviated set of skills compared to STOL. So you don't have to get heavy on the brakes, but you still need to be accurate. You still need to be on point with your power management,
Yes.
your descent rates. So Matt Dorssom now on the line, getting ready to unleash the beast.
The
And-
Yamaha Apex powered beast.
Yeah, this thing sounds spicy.
Yeah. Just a super reliable Yamaha snowmobile engine.
So he's going to take off now to get into the pattern again. Like, not really concerned about that distance. He's not yanking it super hard there. Just trying to get off the ground and get into the traffic pattern. And I'm interested to see what happens, Cam. You mentioned the wind with the trees.
Yeah.
Right now it feels like we've got wind kind of at our backs going into the tree line. But if that switches, Sporty
Pop-pee-poo.
just ride that.
All the way down. Just
Riding that all the way down.
Fly into the crash.
Sporty McSportersons is what I was trying to say. There goes Andrew Findlay and Kelly Kapowski.
Interesting gear on that bird.
I take one show off, and that's what comes out of my mouth. Okay, here comes Lee Boyd. Did a little bit of beach flying with his wife.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some cool pictures of them from the beach. In the iridescent Super Cub, or Carbon Cub.
He's off to the races. Dave Warren made a killer breakfast for everybody this morning, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Some eggs and bacon.
Some sort of like,
Omelet.
it was like a
It was a
like
rolled up omelet.
but it was like rolled up like a
Should have bacon in it, too.
burrito.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's well done.
Grab and go. STOL pilot breakfast.
It's got the belly pod on there. A little bit fatted tires. Stinson rolling up. That's Dan Donahue.
Yeah, 108-1 Stinson, so a little bit different from Doug Uclair's Stinson 108-3 from last weekend.
I like the lines of the Stinson.
Yeah.
It's just like really, I mean, very like Art Deco-y.
Mm-hmm. That big dorsal tail, like, I used to not really appreciate it, and now I just, it's so iconic for that airplane.
And it's got built-in slats, too.
Yeah, yeah.
The front of the wings is kind of cool to see.
Yeah, Josh was hinting on those with Doug's plane last weekend. Talking about being able to see daylight through the front edge of the wing.
So Matt Dorssom on left base now, off to our left as he comes in. I want to remind everyone, it is National STOL, even though we're doing spot landing right now. nationalstol.com/vote. That's nationalstol.com/vote. You can vote for your favorite pilot all weekend. Voting closes at the end of competition tomorrow. There's actually like prizes at stake for that. It's not just like bragging rights. So I think the bragging rights are maybe the most fun part.
Yeah, last week was a metal plaque. It was Sasquatch holding an American flag. So the pilots do get awards for the most popular pilot award, essentially.
Matt Dorssom now coming in, it's kind of like he's warming up for a STOL practice later today.
Yeah.
So he's got a little bit of a deck angle there, keeping that nose high. He's already in that 3-point attitude.
Yeah.
And he's going to be chopping the throttle.
Super stabilized.
Boom. There we go. They're measuring right away.
Alrighty.
Going right into the touch and go configuration.
Yeah, let's see what number we're about to get. All right, so that's Matt Dorssom with 9 feet.
Nice. That's a big gauntlet to drop right in the beginning. Andrew
Yeah.
Findlay now.
Now,
Very gracefully onto the mains.
his Matt Dorssom's best score, which was also Doug Leclerc's best score last week, was 3 feet.
Whoa.
Yeah, they both threw down. So that is Andrew Findlay and Kelly Kapowski, 27 feet.
Lee Boyd on your left now in the Carbon Cub. If you're here today at the Military Aviation Museum, you got to check out the merch booth. I love the merch for Heritage STOL.
Yeah.
It's got this iconic water tower here that we see at the property right there on the shirt. Check that out. Here's Lee Boyd holding it off.
Yeah.
And so a little bit before the line.
Yep. Get that number here in just a second.
Judges conferring in the distance there. This is nice. It feels like very grassroots.
Yeah.
Old spot landing competition. Just thing you could do at home with your pilot friends. Diving it in a little bit there for Dave Warren.
Lee
He
Boyd.
kind of yeeted it down to the ground, as the kids would say.
Yeah. Lee Boyd's score, 5 feet. He's currently in first place on the spot landing competition.
Offsetting there a little bit as he gets in line behind Lee Boyd. And now the Stinson on your left, Dan Donahue at the controls.
And that last score, David Warren, was 20 feet.
Ooh, just tickling the tops of the tulips there.
Yes. Stinson looks great. Let's see what they're going to say. From our vantage point, that looked pretty solid. I'm going to say within 30 feet of the line, the judges.
The pace of this is real fun, too, because we're doing the touch and goes, right? So, look, like Matt Dorssom's already on what I would call an extended final for a STOL comp.
Yeah.
After the practice session today, tomorrow, before and after competition, you got to come here. You got to come here. If you're anywhere within striking distance of Virginia Beach, check out the museum's full collection. It is like Cam and I were getting all nerdy about it.
Oh, man, we were geeking.
But it is beautiful, and they just take such good care of these historic relics here. Okay, Matt, he's holding it off. Ooh, burst of power. That's going to help get him right to the line. See, it's interesting. I'm looking at the judges right now. They're talking about like right after the line. I felt like I saw it right before.
I feel like it was either right on top or before, but that parallax from us because that we've got a domed runway, or a crested runway.
That's the other thing. This runway is so perfect. Not only is it like so well groomed, they've put a little bit of a dome to it.
Yeah.
There's a technical term in engineering for it.
Yes.
Help the water run away so it stays nice and firm. Here comes Andrew Findlay.
All right, so
big improvement in terms of accuracy that time for him.
So Matt Dorssom's, well, first off, actually Daniel Donahue's last landing was 21 feet. That was the first heat. That was the end of the first heat with the Stinson. So now we're back to Matt Dorssom in the first Kitfox landing, and that was 2 feet for him.
Woo!
So he did better than what he did last week to
2
win it.
feet from the line. I don't
Yes.
think I could land my 172 within 50 feet of line. Whatever the PTS standards are.
Yes, yeah.
That's exactly what I could
200 feet, I think, right?
do. 200 feet?
Oh, wait,
I
no,
would
no, no,
Google
no,
it.
no,
I'm
not
gonna
for the
Google
spot
it.
landing. But Andrew Findlay in the green Kitfox, Kelly Kapowski was 12 feet. Here's Lee Boyd over the line. It looked like it was somewhere around 30 from where I'm at, but it's probably going to be a lot shorter than that by 7 feet. 23 feet for Lee Boyd. With David Warren on short-tish final. Low and to your left if you're here.
Is this? No, I got it. 400 feet?
It's hundreds. It's over 100 feet for
Ooh,
sure.
right on.
All right.
That was a nice one. All right, I found the actual document. Let's get this right.
David Warren bringing it in with 4 feet. 4 feet.
It's just practice, but we have a fight on our hands here.
Yes. So his best number so far 4. Matt Dorssom's best number so far 2. Lee Boyd best 5. And Daniel Donahue coming in the Stinson. Oh, man, that was beautiful. Let's see what Daniel does. Daniel coming up with 8 feet on that last landing.
That even
These
looked better
numbers.
than that was real nice.
Man, they're starting to get in the sub 10s. Like, this is awesome.
It's a lot of fun, and this is, like I said, this is so. No, it was right. Check this out. Sorry, I'm getting distracted.
No.
The practical test standards, unless I'm looking at a fake document here. This looks like a FAA S8081-14A. Here, let's watch Matt Dorssom here.
A little
hanging
high.
it out.
He's going to drop it down now.
Oh, it's too long.
Yeah.
That's too long compared
For
to what
him.
he did before.
Oh, yeah.
It's not even worth it. Right here, it's you need to for the B task.
26 feet from Matt Dorssom.
Normal and crosswind approach and landing. Touches down at or within 400 feet beyond a specified point with no drift and with the airplane's longitudinal axis aligned with and over the runway center landing path.
Okay, that's fair enough, right? Student pilot
A little bit early there, but that's fine.
on the center line. I mean, we can watch.
400 feet. I mean, most
Yeah.
of our. I mean, puts everything in national STOL. I can't believe we've never talked about this before.
Oh, yeah.
400 feet. Most of our landings and takeoffs are happening
well within 400 feet.
within
I mean,
400 feet.
300
You're talking
feet,
about 400
really.
foot accuracy.
Yeah.
Man,
That's wild. But, I mean, just think about it. When you were a student pilot, like, on your check ride, like, keeping that longitudinal axis, like, stabilized on the center line, like, we can go to YouTube right now and pick out any YouTuber and find plenty of their landings that aren't on the center line, and people are calling
true.
them out.
You can find some of mine on YouTube that aren't on the center line.
Hey.
Ooh, Lee Boyd. That was a nice one, too. What's that number going to come in at?
Yeah. Final numbers here. So, Matt Dorssom with a 26-foot landing. It really doesn't matter because he had a 2-foot landing to begin with. Oh, looks like we have a possible tie.
What?
Yeah, so
I mean, it's just practice, right?
yeah, at least there's a tie right now. So that's Lee Boyd just came in with a 2-foot landing. Matt Dorssom had 2 feet the landing before this. Last week it was a tie between Doug Leclerc and Matt Dorssom.
Here comes Dave Warren.
And Andrew
Gave up
Findlay's,
about 50 feet on that one.
yeah. Andrew Findlay's was 19 feet on his last landing. So David Warren, let's see what this number is going to be. 45 feet. Really doesn't matter for him. I mean, he has a 4-foot landing. for today.
I mean, everyone passed their private pilot check ride today.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like, well within the minimum.
Yeah, really rocking it. By the way, David's got a ground adjustable prop, so you're going to see him pop out and actually adjust that.
Yeah, I think he's got a digital.
That Franklin engine on the Stinson, right?
Yeah,
Got a little different clickety-clackety.
I heard, with the Oleo gear. So last week I was mistaken, and I was saying that in looking at some of Doug's landings when he was launching off of the taxiway or using it as a launch ramp, I mistakenly said that it was leaf gear.
Oh,
like leaf spring gear.
Can't have that.
No, it's actually Oleo, so it's almost
Can't ever be wrong on the internet.
Oh, no. I don't even know if I got roasted in the comments for it, but later we were talking about it, mano y mano, and he was like, oh, yeah, Oleo. And I'm like, okay, I should know that. That's kind of what the champ is known for.
Sure.
With Oleo struts or Oleo gear.
So that's I love the pace of that. That is one and done very quick.
Yeah.
Spot landing side of practice here at Heritage STOL at the Military Aviation Museum. If you are getting geared up for kind of the end of the National STOL season, things are heating up. So in a couple weeks, we're going to be at Oklahoma STOL at Patriot Air Park in Pecola, Oklahoma. That's September 19th and 20th. Music City STOL, we're going to be so rad. More literally music, concerts at the airport.
Yep.
Gallatin, Tennessee, October 10th and 11th. And then Lone Star STOL and the National Finals, those are presented by our friends at American Legend Aircraft. The Legend Cub, the
Legend Moac.
The mother of all Cubs. It's going to be so great to go back there for another National Finals in Sulphur Springs, Texas. That's October 30th and all the way through November 1st.
Yeah.
It's a longer competitive weekend.
Yeah. Also Halloween weekend.
Oh, yeah. We got to get our costumes figured out.
We do.
My kids and all of their friends are going as characters from K-pop Demon Hunters.
Okay. Yeah.
My daughter's going to be Rumi, the lead character. And my older daughter is going to be, this is the actual character in the movie, Derpy Tiger. It's going to be a derpy tiger.
It would be very much, it wouldn't be Korean unless there was crazy names involved.
Yeah, derpy tiger. Which also, it's funny because then she's going to be the tiger, but then she has to be, there's like a bird, like a weird bird that rides around on the derpy tiger, so we have to make her anyway, it's a whole thing. Cam, can we recap the scores?
Yeah, let's recap the scores from the spot landing competition in the day of practice.
Yep,
for Heritage
practice
STOL.
here.
We're just talking about practice. In first places, a split tie. We have with 2 feet, race number 95, Matt Dorssom in the Kitfox 4, and race number 219, Lee Boyd in the iridescent Cup Crafters Carbon Cup. And then for, I mean, it's technically third place, but I'll say second place. With a score of 4 feet, race number 108, David Warren in the Super Cup. And then in third place, race number 89, Daniel Donahue in the Stinson 108-1. And then his score was 6 feet. And then in fourth place with a score of 12 feet, race number 97, Andrew Findlay and Kelly Kapowski, the Kitfox 5.
That's a Saved by the Bell reference.
Yes.
Folks. That's why Cam and I are so excited about it. Is it's Saved by the Bell from our childhoods. That's the reference there. Very exciting to see big practice for that. I can hear we've got some Hornets, some Super Hornets overhead right now here at the Military Aviation Museum, based out of the Master Jet Base, Oceana, just to the north of us. Want to say thanks to our friends at Legendary Aviation Coffee. They've been keeping us caffeinated all weekend. I needed it. I was up a little bit too late last night. Hey, where aviation passion flirts shamelessly with the seduction of coffee roasting. a premier air-roasted small batch, single origin, specialty grade, direct trade with a promise of never bitter, always better bougie coffee. You can join this caffeinated joyride, like the joyride those men and women are having up there in those Super Hornets.
Oh, yes.
Let's elevate your coffee experience to new altitudes because life's too short for bitter dumpster fire brews. You can use coupon code STOL10, STOL10, STOL10 for 10% off your order. Go check out Legendary Aviation, Legendary Coffee Company. Our friends are keeping us caffeinated. So we are going to take a quick break, Cam. We're going to be back with some yak action.
Ooh, yak.
Yaction.
Yaction.
We'll be back with that in just a few minutes.
Welcome to the 2024 Heritage STOL program, hosted by the Military Aviation Museum, Virginia Beach, which is the #2 attraction, according to TripAdvisor, of over 160 things to do. We are because this is a living history museum. Most of the vehicles and airplanes that you'll see throughout your walking around the museum still work. Most of our planes still fly, not all of them, but most of them. And since the museum first opened the first week of May in 2008, we have brought so many wonderful guests and children here. We like to turn the kids on to history. We even do summer camps for them on a variety of topics. This building is, when people come in, we have them self-guide around. There are all sorts of airplanes in each of the hangars on either end, and upstairs in the museum, wow, there's a lot more stuff up there. We have an Enigma machine that the Germans used in World War II to encode their ciphers. And we have several of our volunteers, oh my gosh, they've been working for over 2 years restoring an original Link pilot trainer from World War II. So there's just absolutely so much here for guests to see. In addition to the main building here, there are 3 additional buildings on the property. 2 of them were actually in World War II. Wow. We have a hangar the Germans put up at the Cottbus Airfield in 1934. They used it to support a flight school and the expansion of the Luftwaffe. By the end of the war, they were building Focke-Wulf fighters at that airfield because the Americans and Brits had bombed most of the factories and industrial areas. When we took that building down, pretty exciting, we found bullet holes from Soviet tanks in one of the beams. They overran that airfield on the way to Berlin in 1945. And we also found graffiti from a concentration camp slave laborer forced to work in that building. The second original building, I think, is the gem of the museum. We have the control tower from the very first airfield in England that the British turned over to the Americans 7 months after Pearl Harbor. It was such a big deal that General Eisenhower actually flew up from London to attend the ceremony and shake hands with Air Marshal Portal on the transfer. So just very, very neat stuff. We brought that building over basically brick by brick, and it's full of antiques and so forth. It's just absolutely incredible. Best preserved one probably in the world. And the third building we have down there is a hangar. It's a reproduction of a British aero shed from 1918. It's full of all of our World War I airplanes, and we generally do guided tours to those 3 buildings so people can get a better historical perspective on what we have down here. The museum has so much to offer. Once you start going around, you'll see why we're #2 on TripAdvisor, but thank you very much for coming today.
Special thanks to our annual sponsors: Legend Aircraft, Clemens Insurance, Behringer Aero, Sarasota Avionics, Lift Aviation USA, Flying Eyes Optics, Red Tag Art, Legendary Aviation Coffee Company, iFly EFB by Adventure Pilot, ICOM Radios, Tundra Tailwheel, Fly Orca.
So Sarasota was created actually back in the 70s, but we and Bert and Vince, my two partners, they've sold their business to Ryan and Sean, which is my two other partners now. We started around in 1999, 2000. Just had one little spot in this hangar, and we've built it up from there. So we've been here for 23 years now. And then we have 5 facilities now here in the state of Florida. First starts in Tampa, Sarasota. Venice here is our main headquarters, and we have Punta Gorda and then Fort Lauderdale, Lantana. And we have partners in Brazil, South Africa, Greece, Tullahoma, Tennessee, all over the world. We're the largest Garmin dealer in the world, so that's probably what we've been known for. So we do more installs on aircraft, general aviation, anything really under 10,000 pounds than anybody else in the world. So, and we've been that for quite a few years now. We've had it in all of our airplanes. Ever since we started with the Piper Saratoga in the early 2000s, we did the pulse oximeter and CO detector in there. We've upgraded to there. Now we have a Cessna 340 that I actually was talking to him in Germany last year, and he was like, "Oh, you got to put the cabin altitude thing in the plane." I said, "Well, send it to me." So we put it in there, and it actually is really nice. This aircraft flies above 18,000, 10,000 feet, so up to 23,000 feet. The other day, the cabin altitude light comes on the manufacturer's panel, and boom, the CO Guardian comes on and says, "All right, you're above 10,000. Your cabin altitude is above 10,000 feet. So watch out." So it's kind of nice to have that redundancy in the plane. So for a pressurized aircraft, that is so important for me. I get that oxygen mask ready, make sure my oxygen is good.
We are back at Heritage STOL in Virginia Beach, Virginia at the Military Aviation Museum. That was Sarasota Aviation. We are Sarasota Avionics. They do a great job with Garmin, and they are the largest Garmin dealer in the world.
What?
Yes.
It's a lot of panel-mounted avionics.
That is, man.
Glass.
Glass.
It's funny we call them glass panels when they're like computer screens.
Yeah.
But there's glass in the other ones too.
There is glass in the other ones. Those steam gauges that are also not powered by steam.
Just not to be like pedantic about it.
Aviation is just weird like that. But speaking of sponsors, we can talk about Behringer Aero.
Yeah.
Yeah, the company that most of us know them for their red brakes and wheels. The company Behringer Aero has been manufacturing wheels and brakes in the same spirit of quality and performance for over 30 years. Since 2002, that's a long time ago, Behringer Aero makes wheels and brakes for a wide variety of aircraft, from the ultralight airplanes up to certified aircraft as the Pilatus PC-6, the Cirrus SR-22, and the Vision Jet, all the way to the Piper PA-46, which is that's a high number, so it's not a tail dragger.
Nope, no sir. Diamond DA-42.
Yeah.
I mean, basically all the expensive ones.
Yeah, all the expensive ones. Not only that, but they're not only red anymore, right? I think we walked by them a few times at Oshkosh, and they had yellow, gold, pink, not pink, but purple, green. They had a whole bunch of wheels out there on their display.
Yeah.
Yeah, next to Boeing
just
Center.
A great partner to have. Obviously, getting things stopped is part of our MO here. We've got to get it down and stopped. You're going to see some pilots over the course of the national circuit rocking out some Behringer wheels and brakes.
Yeah.
Not going to find Behringer wheels and brakes probably on the planes that have fired up right now if you want to stay period and country appropriate.
Yes, probably not.
But what's going on over there? We met these guys this morning.
Yeah, so we've got a couple of Yak 52s. Over there, some nose dragger Russian radial trainers that have been used in the aerobatic scene for a very long time.
They might not have Behringer wheels and brakes on those Yaks, but they do have, at least in one of the cockpits, a Lift Aviation USA helmet.
Yeah, one of those.
Protecting, I think it's Shannon Ennis is going to be wearing a Lift Aviation helmet. He showed up this morning, and we're like, "Hey, can you throw your dome is important. You want to protect the mush inside of it."
Yes.
Here's our friends at Lift Aviation USA, they provide helmets for our rookies and for pilots that are coming in to compete. Maybe for the first time you don't have a helmet, you're not ready to make that investment. Lyft's love for flying drives them to deliver only the finest in aviation products to market. They believe today's pilots deserve much more than what is currently offered by the way of products they wear in the cockpit. They're bridging the gap, making products that are stronger and lighter that you can trust. So not only do they provide the helmets for the rookies, or right now this aircraft taxiing up right now, you can see Shannon's got that white Lift Aviation helmet on. Got that cockpit open too, which is so cool to have it slid back like that, get a little wind on your face.
Yep, green flag from race control for the Yak 52.
So we're gonna see who can take off the shortest in these Yaks. And my understanding is the yellow one is a little bit lighter, but Mikey in the camo paint scheme Yak is a little more experienced.
Ooh, I mean, that's under 500 feet.
Yeah, that's not long.
That's not long at all.
You see, he had to get that nose down. Oh, he's climbing out.
Yeah.
That climb up makes some people yak.
Yeah.
Huh?
So we're talking yakety yak.
Okay. Now we got the wheels lined up right. Here's Mikey Morrison.
So these aircraft are powered by 360
Ooh,
horsepower.
look at the
Yes, got some vortices going on off the props. Must mean that the humidity is high today.
It feels like a high humidity. Now the question is, who took off shorter in the Yak?
That's a
Was
really
it
good
Shannon
question.
up front in the yellow one, or was it Mikey in the camo one? Now again, Mikey has more time, but Shannon's is like legit a human person lighter.
Yes, absolutely.
And I feel like Shannon took off shorter, but he also was like 3 or 4 feet before the line when he
Okay.
powered
Gotcha.
up. So
Yeah.
he didn't mean to cheat, I'm sure. I think he was just like, let's go.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so these aircraft are powered by 360 horses.
Woo!
Yeah. 9-cylinder Sound of Round M14P engine.
Now, I'm going to tell a story. Can I share what I heard Karen tell me about this morning?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because this is like indicative of how passionate Cam Walton is about warbirds.
Yeah.
You were in the camper this morning,
Trapped.
eating up like a breakfast sandwich or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
And you heard the Yaks on approach and darn near busted the door off the camper trying to get out to see what was coming in. Here's Shannon, just turned base to final there, lined up on final to the left.
Yeah, you know, you hear the sound of round and you immediately just have to go outside. Even though we've been hearing Super Hornets fly over us the whole time, you hear that distinctive chug from a radial engine and you have to step outside. All right, got the nose high attitude going on. He's going to chop the throttle.
Good over the line.
Yeah.
Going touch and go mode.
That was
Hello, smoke. Little puffy puff.
That was under 30 feet for sure. And I mean, like our last spot landing competition, like all of our pilots were under 30 feet as well. So respectable number.
Mikey Morrison coming in now in his Yak 52.
Choose a little bit different approach.
Oh, more graceful.
Yeah, but he's going to give up about 150 feet or so with the smoke show.
He gave it full ponies and what's Russian for pony? Give it full little trying to. There's some Hornets flying around, not the cool jet ones above us. There's like some actual Hornets flying around the airfield today, and he's just trying to get rid of them for us.
Yeah, that's how you beekeep, right? You use smoke.
Oh, you know what Russian for pony is?
What is it?
Pony. So
All right. Well, we learned something today. All the ponies in the stable apply on
And then
both
if you wanted
sides of the Pacific.
this is not right at all, but full ponies. Because I said he's giving it all the full ponies.
Mm-hmm.
All the horsepowers.
All the horses in the stable.
Russian for full ponies is polniyi pony. It's basically pony.
Pony. Is that the new band, Pony Pone?
Polniyi pony. This has been Learn Russian with Ryan and Cam. Another yak on the left now. Here's Shannon Ennis coming in. I like the flaps on these. These are really popular in the warbird circuit because you can get into like an aerobatic aircraft, warbird, sound around, that whole thing quite affordably.
All right, within 50 feet.
Yeah, he's doing it.
Yeah.
Getting that nose back down. You see he's pulling up, and then he's got to get like regain flying speed there. So he's getting the.
Yeah, you can tell even though it's little to no wind right now. There's some forces going on with this tree line next to us, so they're gonna have to battle some rotors, some very light rotors. But wind affects airplanes, as we saw last weekend, and as we're seeing right now. Yeah, once he gets below the tree line, it's going to be a little bit more stabilized on the longitudinal axis. All right, so under 200 feet.
You might ask, how affordable is a yak?
It's affordable to get into, and then you get stuck.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Like, to acquire it, literally, we were looking today on Barnstormers because, Cam and I have to do our research.
Yes.
Not much more than a J3 Cub. Like a
Correct.
really cherry, maybe 90 horse, 85 or 90 horse J3 Cub's going to go for in that like 60-ish range right now. They've gone up a bit.
Yeah.
The market is a little higher than normal. Normally, I would say that's like a $40,000 to $50,000 airplane. They're like the 60, 65-ish range for a J3 Cub in that like 90 horse range.
Right.
You add $10K on top, maybe $20K if it's got a nice panel.
Yeah.
You're in that like 70 to maybe let's call it $70,000 to $90,000 range, and you got yourself a Yak 52.
Yeah.
It's the care and feeding of it afterwards that is the difference, because we got a lot of horsies.
Yeah.
Polniyi pony.
Yeah.
And we've got a lot of oil.
A lot of oil.
And a fair amount of maintenance, I'm guessing, too.
Yeah.
On that engine, anyway.
Yeah. I mean, you want to make sure you're set up for success in case you encounter any engine issues, because you're going to need an A&P right then and there. And then on top of that, I mean, there's other intricacies and things that go on with owning an aircraft powered by a M14P engine. I mean, you're going to have a scuba tank bottle on board for your gear.
Yeah.
And to start the aircraft, starting.
Air compression. By the way, just to fill folks in right now, so they're joining up for a formation pass here.
Yes.
We'll see how tight they actually do it. There'll be a formation pass. A little smoke on action from our yak friends above us. And then we're going to see a break to landing. So they're going to be in that formation, and then they're going to do an overhead brake to be a speedy recovery of aircraft. That's something that a lot of military pilots and aerobatic pilots do. It's a quick way to recover airplanes, to time out the recovery. So at formation overhead right now, that's really cool. And there's the brake. Shannon's going to hook it left, and then there's a little bit of counting happening. Boom, and there's the left brake by Mikey Morrison. So now they're spaced out kind of perfectly in the traffic pattern as they get into downwind, the left downwind here at the Military Aviation Museum. Gear's already coming down. I have a question for maybe the folks in the chat.
Okay.
This is be controversial. We all know that tail draggers are cooler than tri-gear airplanes.
Right.
Little wheel in the back is cooler than little wheel in the front. Is a tail dragger cooler than something with retractable gear?
What if It's retractable tail wheel aircraft.
Yes, this is the question. So is a fixed this is the nerdiest thing that's ever come out of my mouth. Is a fixed
I think that's a lie.
tail dragger
Okay.
cooler than a retractable nose gear? Because I think it's safe to say that a retractable tail dragger is cooler than a retractable
Yeah.
nose gear. In the chat,
Yeah, I don't want to even answer it.
let us know. Race Control said nope with a lot of ease. Retractable is cooler than tail dragger, but then I assume retractable tail dragger is cooler
Then everything.
than everything.
Yeah.
What a nice, that was very graceful.
Yes.
that landing.
Very buttery landing.
Oh, man. I guess I know what airplane I'm shopping for.
Yeah.
A while. I want to point out that Race Control owns a Comanche, so
Yeah.
maybe a little biased on the retractable thing.
A little biased. That's why I didn't answer.
Here's the thing, though. Some of the coolest airplanes of all time are retractable tri-gear.
This is true.
F-14 Tomcat,
Yeah.
F-15,
Yeah.
F-16,
F-18.
F-22, F-35, like
All
all
the
the
Fs.
cool like modern fighters.
Almost
But
all the Fs.
Are any of those cooler than a P-51?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We might be literally poking the hornet's nest right now. I bet the chat online is just going
I'm just.
bonkers.
I'm saturated in P-51s. I need something else.
That's fair.
Yeah. So mine is biased on the side of that. You go to Oshkosh and like there's almost more P-51s than T-6s. Almost.
Yeah, well, they'd be
not
everyone.
really.
They were very special. I mean, it's the what is it? Cadillac of the sky.
It was the Cadillac of the Sky.
Yeah.
I forgot what movie quote that's from.
Tears of.
Is it Tears of the
Tears
Sun?
of the Sun?
Okay. Yeah. I was a
Wow,
kid.
Did I just pull that out of nowhere?
I think you're right. I remember seeing the VHS box, at Family Video at the video store. when I was a
Empire of the Sun. I was close.
Oh, okay.
Steven Spielberg's very famous 1987 movie, Empire of the Sun. I was just served that on this is maybe how much of an av geek I am, Cam. That scene.
Cadillac of
When
the
kid's
Sky.
P-51, Cadillac of the Sky. I started crying
Yeah.
when the pilot waves at the kid
Oh,
hello,
dude, yeah.
I'm here to save you in my P-51. And he's
Yeah.
like, Cadillac of the Sky. And
Yeah.
I started crying.
I mean, as
Christian
an adult
Bale, that, by the way. That was Christian Bale. Yeah.
The kid?
The kid is Christian Bale, yeah. Yes, strap in for that. Did the kid know he was going to be Batman?
Yeah,
We're off
arguably
topic
the
here.
greatest Batman. Maybe the darkest Batman. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Shannon taxing by there in the yak, wearing that lift aviation helmet like we mentioned. And, yeah.
Yeah.
That was cool. Thanks for bringing those guys. That's Mikey Morrison, everybody, and Shannon Ennis, bringing those yaks out for us to see today. Pretty cool. Pretty cool to see. And again, if you want to get into warbirds, for literally the same amount of acquisition dollars, you could get a really cherry Piper L4 grasshopper, or you could get a yak.
Yeah.
And the yak could go upside down, but you're gonna burn more dinosaurs. So
Burn, lots of dinosaurs. I don't think there's a MoGas STC for a yak. Why should there be one? I'm completely wrong.
So Cam, one of the cool things that happened the first year here at Heritage STOL,
Yes.
I didn't get to do this. I'm still upset about it. We are not too far from a very famous aviation place.
Yes. Yeah, a lot of the pilots went to a very special aviation place here.
Yeah.
Not too far away from here, Kitty Hawk.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, significant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Significant in aviation history.
It's on the license plate.
Down in North Carolina, where, of course, if you're new here, or maybe you don't know, that's where the Wright brothers did their first First powered flight, right?
Yeah. I was very surprised that it's a beach. Like, I always thought it was like the video just seems like it's on land, like you're like landlocked for real.
You mean the film? The
Yeah.
film?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The video. Yeah, the film.
video.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here's what's cool. Some pilots last year got together. Well, they were here at the Military Aviation Museum. And they're like, hey, Kitty Hawk's pretty dang close. We should go check that out. So they went and landed and explored Kitty Hawk.
Yeah. That's so cool. So cool that we have the freedoms to be afforded to be able to do that.
Pretty wild.
Yeah.
Let's see more about that right now.
A bunch of us came in early. We were like, hey, let's go down to Kitty Hawk. Mr. Bill, Brandon, JB, and me, and Ed. We cruised down the coast, dude, at like 120, 500 foot right at the minimums and waving at everyone. It was so cool. We landed at Kitty Hawk, which is, the first flight. Landed there, went around, got to see the Wright brothers plane, the field that they landed it in. And man, it was an experience. I never thought I'd ever see that place. And it's cool to come out and do this stuff. We went from there down to the beach. We landed, walked out to the beach, sat there talking to all the people that were fishing. Man, they're laughing, having a good time. We came right over their cars, landing, hung out for a little bit, put our feet in the water, and then got back up and headed up here. And it was a good time, man. This is what it's about. Like, the competition's fun, but it's more fun to take everyone out and go beachland, go to a couple different places, and just experience the other side of it, not just competition. And it's like a big brotherhood, and a big family. And I'm lucky to be a part of it.
We are back at Heritage STOL in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Right now, looking at the chat. We've neglected the chat for a little bit, but we got some friends
Gotta
in
say
here.
hi.
Yeah, gotta say hi. Always a pleasure to say hi to Ray Powell, watching from Berwick upon Tweed, UK.
He had an issue with what we were talking about before. We were talking about how they literally stole that. I don't know if stole is the right. Stole.
Stole, yes.
They stole the control tower from England, and Ray Powell says, "Is nothing safe now? You turn your back, and someone nicked your airfield." And I'm sorry. On behalf of the American people, Ray, we do apologize.
But it looks great out here. We're representing with the finest of built materials.
Thanks for sending it over. so that, and the other thing we were talking about, Cam, was the retracts, and so I wanted to see if people weigh in on that. I think really the only Mike Hartig, hi to Mike, says, I don't know about what is cooler, but Cessna retracts are so funny. They look like they're fun. Dangly legs.
Oh, yeah.
They look a little weird.
They
look
do look just,
insect-like.
I mean, all you have to do is just make your fingers into the form, and it's just like, you know what we're talking about.
What?
Like just Cessna 210s and like
I don't
everybody's
know.
gear is just like.
It's weird. They
Yep.
look funny.
We got Travis Meyer in the
Travis.
chat from Wayne, Nebraska. Hello to him.
Yeah, thanks.
Yep.
Thanks for saying hey, Travis.
Yes, sir.
Jim Furman, one of our air bosses in the chat.
Yep.
Hope you're doing good. So yeah, thanks so much. You can, if you want to join us, Ron Hansen's here.
Yeah, Ron
competitor.
Hansen.
If you want to
Yes.
join Ron and all the other folks, you can go to YouTube, Facebook, even if you're here in the crowd at the Military Aviation Museum, hop on YouTube and you can say hi to us in the chat. We'll try to answer your questions. So yeah, we did the spot landing competition. Super dope. Well, the practice for it tomorrow. We did we had some yaks
Yeah.
flying around a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And in a little bit, we're going to get ready for some STOL, the practice for the STOL competition tomorrow, the National STOL stop here in Virginia Beach. We were talking during the break, Cam, about e-STOL. That's another way folks can get involved in this sport. You want to tell us a little bit about what you've been doing on the e-STOL side of things?
Yeah. So this year was really my first year just going deep and not only announcing next to you, but also announcing next to Austin, Burstix TV with e-STOL, and doing that with Katrina and the gang and ADK and everybody out there involved. And what you can do, or what we're doing is, we have the in real life competition where Josh last weekend didn't know the acronym IRL, so in real life.
IRL.
Yeah, we have the IRL competition like right now. And then the following week would be the e-STOL competition that coincides with that IRL competition. So we're in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. And basically we have the same competition in the game that weekend, and it's reflective of the weather conditions and everything of the location for that week. So we already had the Heritage STOL e-STOL competition earlier this year, because this is a we had to push the in real life competition due to
really
weather.
poor weather coming in, and for safety of the warbirds and our pilots, a collaborative decision was made to punt all the way to September.
Yep.
And so that's why we're here now. So you already did Heritage STOL.
So Heritage STOL was already done, but because of the back-to-back in real life competition, so last weekend we were at Clarion County Airport in Shippenville, Pennsylvania. Next weekend, so this upcoming weekend will be, or not tomorrow upcoming weekend, but the next weekend will be the Appalachian Mountain STOL competition in Microsoft Flight Simulator for e-STOL. And I will be on that broadcast with Burstix TV, and we'll be doing the darn thing. So if you have an Xbox or you have a PC and you're set up with an Xbox account and you have Microsoft Flight Simulator for free through Xbox Marketplace, or if you're just buying the game right?
Yeah.
Not everybody is a hardcore gamer and has like an Xbox account, but if you buy the game, load it up. We're playing in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 for National STOL eSTOL next weekend. Go to nationalstol.com/chat, and you'll get hooked up in the Discord channel, and we'll tell you exactly what you need to do. There's qualifications, right? So like on Friday, we have the practice just like we're practicing today. You get qualified, and then the next day is the all-out competition for all of the beans.
All the competitive beans. I mean, I still have not competed in eSTOL. It's something that I like have all the stuff. I bought like a yoke and a stick and rudder pedals and a throttle quadrant and all that stuff. I bought all that stuff, and I haven't even set it up yet because it feels like work. But I'm excited to give that a try. I'm going to actually come in and do some eSTOL announcing this year.
Come on. We'd love to have you.
Like Oklahoma. After Oklahoma,
okay.
I think you weren't available.
Oh, yeah, I'm not available because
I'm subbing in for you, Cam, so I'm going to be back on that scene. So
tagging in.
I'm glad I'm not going. You're fine. We're going to start up STOL. We sort of didn't read the sheet, so now we're going to do STOL. The order, what you see is what you get.
All right.
Okay, we're talking to Jerry, one of the air bosses here in the booth. He's talking about the run of show that's getting started. Just like we're getting ready to fire up the STOL competition. See Matt Dorssom over there. He says the order is what you see, what you get. So, and if you're here, we need a round of applause for these air bosses or online to give a little snaps. Is that what kids do? Snaps for air.
How much they don't appreciate. Not even one.
The job of the air bosses absolutely
keep everybody safe.
Yes.
Like legit. And by the way, if you're here at Heritage or at any of the other comps, I don't know if I'm volunteering him. Jerry has some amazing stories because he's been a controller for a long time. He's got stories about controlling traffic during war time in the Air Force.
Yeah.
Like in Korea. Like, he's got stories about U-2 pilots. Got F-4s coming in on fire.
Oh, my
goodness.
goodness.
The whole thing. Like, dude has done some great work for us and for our country. And so really appreciate him coming out to hang out with us this weekend. Okay, so let's talk about what you're going to see in the STOL. This is the National STOL practice now here for Heritage STOL. You're going to see them rocking out in a bunch of different airplanes. You're going to see Dan Donahue in that 1947 Stinson 108. Andrew Findlay, I believe, is going to be hanging out in his Kitfox, but maybe also his Cessna 150. You're going to see him in the Kitfox this morning. Dave Warren in that Piper P-18 Super Cub. We also got Lee Boyd in his Cub Crafters Carbon Cub, and Matt Dorssom in that Kitfox 4. This afternoon, we're hoping to add Piperzilla to the lineup. Jeff Abrams in a Piper Cherokee, the mighty Piper Cherokee. Piperzilla hoping to make a bit of an appearance this afternoon. And it's cool that Andrew's going to be competing in two different planes.
Yes,
He's
absolutely.
like, I got Kelly Kapowski, you see there, taxing up the Kitfox second one in the lineup. But he's also going to rock a Cessna 150. And I want to see that because here's the thing. Everyone thinks you need these big fire breathers.
Yeah.
You need the Yamaha Apex on the front of your Kitfox. Nah, brah.
Nah, bruh.
Do kids still call people that, brah?
Nah, bruh.
Brew?
Brewski?
My daughter called me Brew the other day. And I was like, it's Dad. It's Dad. It's like, I love that we're best friends like that, but like, it's got to be Dad. All right, green flag cam, Matt Dorssom on
Mad
the line
Dog.
in the Kitfox. Getting ready for practice here at Heritage STOL. Underway, full ponies. Pony. Ooh, a little bit of right wing drop as he climbs out there.
Yeah. Winds
Andrew
are
Findlay now.
pretty dead, looks like.
Yeah, still nil wind.
I said that, and we got a nice little gust coming in, like a right
Nice,
quartering
gotta fix it.
tailwind for a second. It's okay. Very interesting on the leaf spring gear on Kelly Kapowski. Still a good looking airplane on the go. Tail gonna come up. No, it's gonna choose the 3-point takeoff as Lee Boyd pulls up in the iridescent Carbon Cub. Just, we don't have a name for that aircraft yet, so it will just be iridescence for now.
Iridescence. That sounds like a jewelry brand.
Yes, or like
a
perfume.
Yeah.
Iridescence.
Lee Boyd's iridescence.
Eau de perfume.
Smooth. Powerful. So that is a nice first takeoff here. Again, like Cam is mentioning, like conditions not great for small numbers.
No.
Got some Hornet action behind us right now. I can hear in my ears. Stinson's on the line. We would prefer a little more wind. We'd prefer a little less heat, not just because Cam and I are being babies about the heat. We'd prefer a little less humidity.
Yeah.
All these things make the aircraft perform better. Dan Donahue.
Stinson on the go. Now, something the audience can't see is that every time we're passed over, especially when the Super Hornets are a little lower, like they're in the right-hand bank looking, you know, what's going on down here?
Yeah, they're checking us out. Like, oh, look at all that. They're probably locking on. They're like, oh, there's a Kitfox base to final on the left. Fox 3.
And we got an E2 over here on to our right.
Yeah, it's busy times.
Busy times.
Got to be ready. The Department of War.
Department of War.
That's new.
Very
As of
new.
Today. Can't keep up with all these changes.
I know, man.
Matt Dorssom on short final now. Ooh, felt a little bit of that wind coming in.
Yeah.
And you saw him kind of settle in underneath the treetops. He's got a little bit of cover.
Yep, he's going to go for the low and slow approach. He's got the slats on the front of the wings, so I mean he can keep that high alpha. And
Too short.
Scratch from Matt Dorssom.
Battlestar Scratch Lactica.
Oh, I wasn't ready for that.
I don't even know. I think that's actually a song. That's a song title, I think, by the band Incubus. Since we're going back to the millennials.
Yes.
Sorry. Okay, coming in hot here, Andrew Findlay doing his Reno racing thing. A little short as well.
Itchy.
That's where that wind on the nose would help.
Yeah. Got some scratching action going on. Itchy and scratchy show.
Well done.
Lee Boyd. Casting shadows over the trees.
So Andrew Findlay, who just landed sport class at Reno.
Okay.
Back in the day, sport class racer used to have
Nice.
flying a Lancer Super Legacy in the sport class. Here is Lee Boyd. Yeeting.
Yeah, throwing it down.
Bloop. Over the line. Now he's got to get it stopped. No real maybe a little bit of headwind.
Just a
I bet we have a
little
couple
bit.
knots on the nose, maybe from the right a little bit, a little crosswindy. So that's going to help, but not much. Yeah, so how cool is that, Andrew, right? He's like going super fast
Yeah.
in a Lancer, and now he's trying to go super slow in his Kitfox.
Yeah. There's some Lancers with Josh Richling's name on as the builder out there.
Josh has touched a lot of stuff in his life. Here comes the Stinson short final. Ooh, right over the line.
Ooh.
Waiting for the. There's like.
Yeah, Sean is kind of like.
Sean was like,
I think it was good, but
it was good.
Once again, you know, like that apex, like that dome in the center of the runway, like we've got a weird skewed vision of that. So I mean,
it felt solid.
It felt good to me. In fact, let's. I think we can go to some scorage. and see for sure. Alrighty. Okay. Oh yeah, I like this abbreviated score sheet now since we're just kind of one class at the moment, but all right. So right now, in first place, score with a combined total of 300 feet, Andrew Findlay.
I think that's incorrect because there's no landing.
Oh, there's no landing. Okay, let's hold off on that.
Yeah,
then.
let's.
He had
wait.
a 300-foot takeoff.
So in theory, so it could be.
Yeah, yeah.
Matt Dorssom on the roll right now. He had a 148-foot takeoff. Ooh, that's going to be about the same.
Probably we won't get that score for Andrew because it was a scratch. That's what I'm thinking. Because this is our abbreviated sheet at the moment. So we'll say that he's not on the board yet.
135 on the second takeoff for Matt Dorssom here in practice. Andrew Findlay
dialing it in.
Long takeoff for Andrew Findlay.
Yeah. Probably
These Kitfoxes, right, like, it's interesting you got the trade-offs. So a Kitfox, particularly the newer ones, the Series 7 Kitfox, faster, just faster than most bush planes, right? Until you get into like the RV-15 or the Badlands Traveler, things like that. Like a Kitfox is generally going to be faster than a Cub, like Lee Boy's taking off and now tail down. Oh, easing it off. That left main coming off a little bit earlier. But the trade-off for that speed is you have less wing, right? Like you've got like a less lifty, less beefy wing.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to takeoff performance and landing performance, it's going to be a little bit longer in general than like the Cub types.
Right.
Or like in heavier conditions, you know, you've got.
And we're talking about traditionally because, and also that's 136 feet for takeoff for Lee Boyd. But Matt Dorssom has the piggyback STOL kit from the Snake River. I don't remember exactly the name of the company, but it's Snake River involved. And his wing is shaped very, very different from the stock Kitfox wing. So he's got some rib add-ons essentially that make the cord line. So the width of the wing is longer. It's longer front to back. And it's taller from bottom to top. So
a little more lift being generated by that.
Yeah, and he's got the slats. So, I mean, like he's essentially got an aircraft that has the recipe for taking off and landing as short as possible, you know, depending on conditions.
A little bit of a slip there for Matt Dorssom as he slides down into the pocket. Now he's going to use all the power of that Apex motor to hold him off the ground. And a little burst of power to get him over the line, but it was good.
Yeah. What probably gave up 10 feet, maybe 15 feet or so.
And all that power, of course, you got to bind it back up with the brakes.
Yeah.
Andrew Findlay now turning base to final. While he does, folks, I want to talk about our friends at Flying Eyes Optics Sunglasses. They're the lightest and most comfortable aviation sunglasses around. They fit right under, I mean, the big thing is they fit right under your headset.
Yeah, they keep that seal.
Break the seal of your headset. So that's the big thing. They're a returning sponsor for National STOL. Use coupon code National STOL to save 10%. Andrew Findlay with a scratch. Healthily.
Yeah. A little hot.
In front of the line. Yeah, still coming in a little hot. But again, wind suck, nil, negative, nothing.
So you
not helping at all.
Yeah, you are going to want a little bit more airspeed because you don't want any of your wings to drop. You don't want to lose any lift. Lee Boyd flaps down in the iridescent carbon Cub. Yeeting it in.
Wow. I mean, just like hanging it on until it just was not ready to fly anymore.
Yeah.
Just giving up. And that's exactly what you want. And you want to do it from about that altitude, right? Because if you can direct that force into the ground Any force down is force you don't have to dissipate moving forward with your brakes.
Yeah, and if you noticed, I mean, he still had flaps. Still had flaps in. Before he stopped.
Yeah, he didn't even retract them.
Yeah.
That's a technique, folks. What happens with the flaps, those inboard control surfaces, they generate lift and drag. And so you can kind of like game the system a little bit. You can retract your flaps dramatically, and it will kill the lift. We're not seeing that on the Stinson either. But if you want to get pinpoint, you can literally have the plane ready to stall right on the edge behind the power curve, maybe using the engine to hold it off, and then you bloop. That's the noise it makes in the cockpit.
The Johnson bar goes bloop.
Bloop. Kill those flaps. Suddenly you've lost a certain percentage of the lift that your wing's creating.
Yeah. So you got more
Airplane
weight.
stalls right into the ground, which is what you want at a low altitude trying to stop. It's not what you want any higher than that.
Yeah, no.
Then you have a bad day.
Yeah, we get to put that gear to work and see how much it will splay before it snaps.
So over to STOL right now. It looks like score-wise, Matt Dorssom still in front with 281 combined. Lee Boyd with 302. And then Andrew Findlay and Dan Donahue pulling up the rear in practice right now.
All right. Matt Dorssom.
Going to be adding a few more competitors either later today or tomorrow for the competition. Here's Andrew Findlay.
Yeah, I think we got Jeff Abrams and Piper Zilla on his way. I think that's some text messages I was seeing bounce in the WhatsApp group.
Okay. Tail up, gaining speed, working those flaperons. And off a little bit longer for Andrew. He's dialing it in, though. He's getting more comfortable. I think he probably wants some wind on the nose. This guy also wants some wind on the nose, Lee Boyd.
Yeah, for sure.
Lee Boyd is the walk softly and carry a big stick competitor of the bunch.
Yeah, he really is.
Gearing her up, tail's coming up. Pulls back on the stick and maybe just a little bit early, but it was close.
Yeah, I mean,
the plane is exactly. You can tell when they've nailed it when the plane just kind of springs into the air. If it flies off before that tail comes slamming down, they waited a little bit too long.
Yeah.
Hi to Catherine Ray in the chat from Newport Richey, Florida.
Hello.
Glad you're enjoying the show, Catherine. Arrow Nut is in the chat. Double bonus points if the plane is older than 1950. Tail draggers are extra cool when they don't have flaps. We gotta Venn diagram this out. Tail draggers are cooler than tri-gear. Extra cool if they don't have flaps. That resonates with you, Cam.
Yes.
You don't have flaps.
Yep. Neither. Well, you trained in no flaps.
Yeah, I got flaps for days now.
We do need a Venn diagram, though.
Yeah. Still haven't really figured out where the retracts fit in. But I do think retracts are cooler than fixed gear. Maybe let's put it that way.
Yes, yes.
It's just an extra switch you get to flip. And everyone knows that pilots like to flip switches.
That's true.
The more switches, the better. And if you've got so many, I've got to reach up to the ceiling for a few. I'd like that, too.
Sometimes pilots forget switches, too, and retracts become fixed retract.
Sorry to cut you off. Yes,
No.
that is a problem. You can't forget the switches. Matt Dorssom, you saw him hanging it all out on the prop. What that means is he was using mostly thrust from the propeller to keep the airplane in the air versus airflow over the wings.
Yeah.
And you heard the engine spool up to try to save it, to get it over the line, but it just, even all that horsepower he has was not enough. Andrew Findlay now looking super cool. Low and to the left. Feels like he's still coming in a little bit hot. Now he's transitioning to a nose up and already down on that left main. And then you saw, I mean, he does not have a huge crosswind, but a little bit of crosswind action there, keeping that wing up in the air. Lee Boyd, the most stable looking of the bunch. And that was a cool shot. Lee Boyd's down low, and the Stinson comes around base to final. Here's Lee Boyd. Ooh, big tail.
It.
Bam! There we go. I don't even know if I made sense. It was just like big tail, bam. Look at him getting it stopped. That was competition style from Lee Boyd.
Yes.
That one's going to end up on TikTok. What did Ryan even say?
You're just giving your appreciation for Between the Berry and Me, right? BT Bam?
Jeez. Okay. I don't even know what we're talking about. There's Stinson. Stinson coming in a little fast. Power off. Nice. Tricycle, or a 3-point landing there.
Yeah.
While they taxi back around, we'll talk about our friends at Fly Orca. Orca, O-R-K-A, is an app that was created to help you achieve your aviation goals. You connect with the community, discover training opportunities, share your journey, everything from tracking your improvements over time and reflecting on your progress to striving alongside your buddies, finding trusted instructors, and celebrating your aviation journey with familia and friends. We're here to help you keep your aviation fire burning strong. That's one of our new this year supporters, Fly Orca.
Yeah.
Really cool app. Go poke around there.
Yeah.
You use that, Cam. You've been training. You've been flying more than I have, is why I mentioned it. You've been using it more.
Yeah. I've used it a few times. And spoke to one of the developers, Miss Adriana, who we met at Sun and Fun, and that's where that relationship started with National STOL, and she's been gracious enough to be really cool and connect the right people with the right people, like the right students with the right CFIs, and her being a CFI herself, known as the Luscombe Lady. She's tamed the wilds of the Luscombe.
And what did you tell me today? I was like, oh, there's a Luscombe that is affordable.
Oh, yeah.
And you said, ooh, Matt Dorssom. That's not what Cam said. That was me reacting to Matt Dorssom. That was a nice takeoff. That guy is showing up.
Yeah.
He's doing good work.
Coming in for all the points. That is his strategy right now. He is the points leader of the sport class for the 2025 season right now. And that's his strategy right now to beat Eddie Sanchez, is to just show up, get all the points, eat all the cookies before anyone comes.
Andrew Findlay. Got those standard springy leaf gear.
Yeah. They make it sit really high for a Kitfox, or at least what I'm just used to.
Sure. Well, we see all of them with the crazy Acme Aero, shock monster type stuff. Lee Boyd on the line. You might notice someone behind him that's new and back. Dave Warren is back after repitching his prop for STOL Comp. Feels like Lee Boyd's getting it dialed in. It still wasn't quite ready to fly when he wanted it to fly.
Yeah. So the repitching of David Warren's prop is going to pitch it to where it can take a bigger bite out of the air, taking a bite out of crime. See if we can get some STOL performance from this.
Pulled twice now, still not ready to fly.
Yeah, and we got a little wind.
Wind helps. Now he's got to work through that wind, climb up to altitude. So obviously the plane is going to fly differently than it was just an hour ago.
Yeah.
So he's got to get used to it a little bit, retorque that. We see that a lot with STOL competitors, right? They will
make adjustments in between heats and
Yeah, and they'll
competition.
pitch the prop for crews to get here.
Yeah.
Get a few more knots on the nose, so to speak. Here's the Stinson, piloted by Dan Donahue. Think about, we were talking earlier about the testing standards.
Yeah.
Everyone, I believe, took off shorter than
Oh, yeah.
that 400-foot accuracy window on landing for
Yeah.
the testing standards.
Man, that's so. I don't remember it being 400 feet.
I thought it was like 200 feet.
I thought it was
Did
200
they
feet.
make it easier?
There's some
I don't
things that
know.
have changed.
Someone who knows things about that in the chat. Here we go. Matt Dorssom. Fire-breathing Apex. Snowmobile engine on the front. Bam!
Yeah.
Working it.
Looks like he's got it.
Slamming it in, letting the boys be boys over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Exercising those struts for sure. Kelly Kapowski on short final.
And we keep saying that Andrew looks like he's coming in hot, but honestly, it's all about perspective. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that one was going to be good, but it is a scratch by our line judge there. A lot to dissipate energy-wise.
Yeah, and he's running smaller tires. I mean, like that's gonna be a little bit of a difference, right? Kind of soak up a little bit of that impact, that downward trajectory that we're looking for those super short stops.
Here comes Lee Boyd underneath the tree line. Ooh, already popping the stall warning.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you come to expect from him, right?
Yeah. Just ride it all the way down.
And without a headwind at all, like what else is he supposed to do?
Yeah.
Really, really great. Okay, first landing of practice for the STOL competition by Dave Warren in the Super Cub. Can't ask for a more classic STOL silhouette coming in on final now.
Really. Ooh.
Too short. Gave up like maybe 10 feet too
Yeah.
short on that one.
We need to ask him what his flap settings go to, because from
How
here it
many-
almost looks like it was 90 degrees. I
How
know.
many flappy dappies?
Yes. How many clicks does it take to get to the center of no lift?
Mm-hmm.
The world may never know.
Dan Donahue. Ooh!
Oh! I was
love it.
ready for it, man.
I wanted that for him so
Yeah.
bad. Like, you got the tail down, but the mains are still in the air. Like,
Yeah.
That is some, what we would say, like, hot boy things.
Yes.
Doing hot boy things in his
I would
Stinson.
say that.
And didn't quite make it over the line, but that was cool. So they are going to taxi back. Let's check the practice scores here. Right now, Matt Dorssom still out in front with a combined score of 137. Dave Warren, I think, would have been there. Oh, I see. No, the score sheet's not updating correctly here. Dave Warren with the scratch, so not on the board. So they'll put Lee Boyd next up in third place, or I guess second place, 286. Andrew Findlay coming around 600. He's got some combined scores of 600. Dan Donahue
Finley on the
in
go.
third right now at 578.
I think Matt Dorssom put it in the barn.
Yeah, time to hang it up for a little bit.
It's okay.
He's got his 4 takeoffs and landings in, so we're going to do a few more here.
Yeah. Lee Boyd on the line.
Lee Boyd. Pushing the stick forward, both of them. Throttle and control stick. That felt, again, where's he coming in at? He's coming in at almost every takeoff run has been an improvement.
You see him dancing. He's crabbed into the wind.
Shortest takeoff for Lee Boyd was 130. That was his third takeoff.
Okay.
This last one was 174.
Warren on the takeoff roll. That tail coming up just a little early. Tail came down. The mains didn't leave the ground. They ended up leaving the ground, but it's a delicate dance.
Yeah, they didn't leave the ground when he wanted him to. Maybe a
Right.
second, like a full second
Yeah.
too early. Dan Donahue from North Carolina. Actually, a lot of folks from North Carolina here today. Dan Donahue and Andrew Findlay are both from North Carolina.
Yeah, tail coming up on the Stinson 108-1.
Honestly, about the same distance, it looks like.
Yeah.
Dan Donahue's been around the 300-foot mark every time. Well, they come around the bend. We want to mention our friends at Sarasota Avionics again. They're a long-term partner of National STOL. They're your authorized Garmin dealer. And like Cam mentioned at the top of the show, the #1 aircraft avionics installing dealer in the nation for panel mount GPS avionics systems.
Yes.
That's a mouthful.
That
but
is.
It is what they are. We've got upfront pricing, superior service, and expert consultants that are your one-stop shop for your next avionics upgrade. Thanks so much, Sarasota Avionics, for helping us out. Andrew Findlay. Ooh. Oh,
right.
Good over the line.
Yeah.
Could not have been any lower than that. So he's going to get off the runway now. He's going to come back for more. Lee Boyd diving down in.
Getting some text about the museum director pulling out his phone and playing Sky Cards.
Oh.
This is a good time to play some Sky Cards, let me tell you.
Hashtag not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
Nice one by Lee Boyd. Little bit of brake fade to the left. Can't have too much of that.
And so it looks like we're also hearing that because Piperzilla will be coming here in roughly 20 minutes or so, some of our pilots are taking a break. Well, actually, Matt Dorssom's now taxiing back out. I think we were going to plan on waiting, maybe doing a little intermission before Piperzilla gets in. David Warren good across the line. At least it looked like it from my perspective. It's going to get it stopped in under no, actually looks like it's going to be about 200 feet or so. This is really guessing because the parallax is just 100% destroying me right now. But, yep. Jeff Abrams will be coming in Piperzilla, the Cherokee 180. That doesn't make sense in a STOL competition, but he flies it so well.
Dude, it's insane.
I mean, so people were asking me, well, what was the Wildcat doing? Like the same performance as the Cherokee 180? I mean, it was well under 400 feet.
Yeah.
Last year. I mean,
Crazy.
like, just absolutely insane. Jeff Findlay, getting lined up, looks like, with Lee Boyd following him. Matt Dorssom in the Kitfox 4. Yamaha Apex powered snowmobile engine. I mean, it's reliable in the backcountry on top of snow. Why wouldn't it be reliable in the backcountry in an airplane?
I can't fault that line of thinking.
Yeah.
Well, they're taxing around. Yeah, why not,
Yeah.
Cam? Why not? If it can work on the snow, it can work in the air.
Yeah.
Because snow falls from the air, so ergo, it's fun. Hey, our friends at iFly EFB by Adventure Pilot, we need to mention them and their support as well. iFly EFB is the complete EFB app for Android, iOS, and Windows. That's the
selling point.
The thing,
right there.
man. I mean, never mind the rest of it. It's good, but you can get it on anything. Matt Dorssom on the roll. Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Well done, Matt Dorssom. We're going to see what that number comes in at. iFly EFB, that team brings together the perfect balance of technology and real-world flight experience. One of the most intuitive flight planning and navigation solutions on the market.
Yeah.
Big thanks to their team for their support. Check them out. Literally, Android, iOS, Windows.
Yeah.
Where you want it, you got it.
Yeah.
Fish where the fish are. All right. Andrew Findlay, full bore down and lifted.
But yeah, if you're rocking like an old school, like if Windows phones were still being made back when they had the Windows operating system on phones, I mean, you could rock it. But instead, now you can rock it in a Surface Tab.
Surface Tab, Galaxy Note.
Yeah, just all the things.
Apple iPhone.
Yeah.
Oh, that was smooth for Lee Boyd. I don't know, is Lee Boyd smoother at the controls than Kathy Page? He is smooth.
He's smooth.
They both are like butter, man.
Man. I don't know. Because Kathy, we saw like an exhibition of like all the dairy butter products from Kathy Page.
Yeah.
Like
the Super Cub pushing through the air. Oh, that was timed very well. That is what we've been talking about. Tail comes down, mane comes up.
Yeah. And he was just riding it. He was like a little unicycle for a second.
Dave Warren, the unicycle. Dan Donahue. Stinson. Slats at the ready. I believe they're to help with the ailerons in particular on this model. You can see their outboard. Little bit of daylight showing through there if you get the right viewpoint.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just got a little glimpse.
Can't forget the VGs either. They always help.
Part of me wonders, like, if you were one of the designers, like, from the Stinson team back in 1940, 47, for instance.
Yeah.
What would you think of that technique? I don't think anybody was flying it like that back then.
No.
They weren't stoling it like we stole it now.
No,
Here's
not
Matt
at all.
Dorssom on the left. Like, no one's doing this in 1947, are they?
Yeah, I can't. No. It was a family hauler.
Ooh, he says he doesn't know.
It looked good to me.
Too close to call.
Man, I'm just enamored with the quality of this field. Like, you can just see out there, it is smooth. It's just flat. Like, they have a stunning collection of touch grass airplanes, if you will. Right? Like, almost everything here had taken off or landed on World War II or World War I fields. Andrew Findlay.
Ooh, a little short for Andrew Findlay.
Yeah.
A question in the chat I want to answer about that. Mike Hardig is wondering what the Kitfoxes are running, and so Matt Dorssom's Kitfox 4, the silver and black one, Yamaha Apex motor, making about 160 horsepower.
Yep.
Andrew, though, very interestingly, also running a non-standard engine, which maybe tracks with someone who's used to flying the sport class.
Yep.
That is a Subaru.
Oh.
Making 140 horse. And big burst of power by Lee Boyd. It was not enough to get him over the line.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a Subaru EA82 making 140 horsepower.
Yeah.
That airplane, though, interestingly enough, right, like Model 4 versus Model 5, weighs significantly more than Matt Dorssom's aircraft by 350 pounds. Okay,
Wow.
here, now, nice one. Okay.
Yeah.
Not bad at all by Dave Warren. Down and stopped there. Again, not a lot of wind on the nose. Not a lot of help in the weather department
No.
for our pilots. The other thing I want to do with the chat here, we have a little fun here. Wrong answers only, folks. Daniel coming in the Stinson right now. Wrong answers only. You'll see him cranking around on the top of the cockpit. Like his hands like cranking something at the top of the cockpit. Wrong answers only. What is he doing when he's doing that in the ceiling of the cockpit?
I'm going to say he's charging the flux capacitor.
He's blending.
Blending.
He's
Okay.
got a blender in there. He's like hand cranking.
Making some mocktails in there.
Mocktail
Some-
Ritas for afterwards.
Yes, the .01 mocktails.
Well done.
Oh my goodness.
So that is going to be. We're going to take a little. Looks like we're going to take a little break from practice right now. But before we do, I want to talk about our friends over at Tundra Tailwheel.
Oh.
Josh Richling from Tundra Tailwheel was on the mic with you last week, Kim,
Yes.
in Pennsylvania. You can go to tundratailwheel.com to upgrade your aircraft. These are the tailwheels that are, you're going to join the ranks of countless STOL champions who trust Tundra Tailwheels. Obviously, Steve Henry's running one.
Mm-hmm.
Products are now compatible with Leaf Spring, T3, Acme Aero, and TK1 suspensions. The sleeker design, added security of a locking tailwheel. That is important.
Yes, absolutely.
If you wanted to lock, proudly made in America. Tundra Tailwheels are going to deliver exactly what you need and get rid of that tailwheel shimmy.
Yeah, it's absolutely none. Piperzilla on downwind right now. Jeff Abrams.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Yeah. But yeah, with the Tundra Tailwheel, I mean, like, I've seen the operation out at Josh's place, and I mean, you can only expect that man to have everything organized, excellent quality CNC tail wheels, like everything.
Oh, works of art.
They're works of art, honestly. Last weekend after Doug Auclair did very well with his Stinson 108-3, him and Josh went to talking and doing sorcerer stuff behind the back end of his Stinson. So I think that's probably an upgrade that we're going to see in the future from Doug's aircraft.
Look at that.
Look at
the bank angle on Piperzilla there.
Okay.
Base to final.
Slipping it in, too. He's probably got a student with him. Usually is got like a commercial student with him that is trying to get some hours in.
A little bit of an overshoot, base to final there, but we'll let it slide.
It's okay, little
Literally.
dog leg on the base leg.
Now we're going to get stabilized here. This is an airport, by the way, that you cannot normally land at. This is a real special thing for our competitors to be able to come land here. I was hoping to fly myself in just to say I put the wheels down here on hallowed ground, as it were.
Yeah. Yeah, and it does look like Jeff is sitting right seat, so he's got his student sitting left seat.
And I'm looking off in the distance. Look off on
Yeah.
the departure path. Something big
Yeah. Well,
playing out there. Now, we're not too far from one of the Navy fields.
yeah. Master.
Well, there's that, but we're also not too
we're
far from
Fentress.
There's like a Navy
Practice.
auxiliary landing and training field here.
It should be Fentress. While we were at the campground a couple of nights ago, we could hear them doing touch and goes at night. It was just after the 15th application of power, I was like, that's practice field usage right now. There's no way that's happening that consistently. Let's see what we've got going on with Piperzilla. No, looks like Jeff is sitting in the commander's seat.
I mean, you had a 50-50 shot.
Yeah. But he does have a student with him that is sitting in the right seat, so the student's going to be able to log some of that time, that precious, precious commercial time.
So we're going to let Piperzilla get situated here.
Yeah.
Getting ready for some more STOL action, but first, we got to talk about our friends Ryan Melendez. New on the circuit, Super Cub pilot, tearing it up. I want to call him a kid. He's not a kid. Young man who battled cancer as a child, teenager, became a pilot, now flying for the airlines.
Yes.
And he is also exploring the entire country in this Super Cub named Goldie. And what's really cool is he's got a charity called Warriors with Wings. You can get involved in it, actually, if you're a pilot, or you just want to donate. Obviously, you can help them out. But as a pilot, you can actually get involved. They give kids with cancer an opportunity to fly in an airplane, get their first airplane flight, give them a little, brighten their day a little bit, maybe inspire them. Because for Ryan, his story, aviation was something critical to him fighting cancer and surviving. So let's learn a little bit more about Ryan Melendez and Warrior with Wings right now.
Montgomery Tower, Warrior Flight 1, holding short of 2 right for a straight up departure. Warrior Flight 1 will be the first ones out. You excited? Yeah. So now we're just waiting for the tower to release us for takeoff.
Hey.
My name is Dylan Cavender. I'm 17 years old.
I'm Kai Matavolo and I'm 14.
My name is Meyer Turchin. I'm 14. I was diagnosed with leukemia, AML.
I was 5 when I was diagnosed with leukemia.
I was diagnosed with leukemia.
My name is Ryan Melendez, and I'm the founder of Warriors with Wings. When I was 17 years old, I was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
So when Ryan took me for the first time, I thought it was just gonna be like chill, like we're just gonna fly, like nothing crazy, but it turned out to be something way crazier and so much fun.
Flying's sick, so I got to fly most of the way back until we got close to the runway. Eventually, I'd definitely be interested in getting a pilot's license or something like that. Maybe not for like a job, but just to have for fun. You just see everything. It's sick because everything's so small, but like you're only at we were at like 1,400 about like max, so you can still see everything because when you're in an airliner or stuff, you're really high up, you can't see much.
All right, do it yourself. Pull back. Pull back, pull back. Hard, 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 hard. Keep pulling. Push forward hard. Whee! Pretty good.
He was super excited to come and be a part of this wonderful day. I was having a blast being out here flying today. I don't think he ever really thought about flying or what that meant before. I think like the closest he came to really being in like a small plane or helicopter was on his Make-A-Wish trip, and he fell asleep in the helicopter.
Everyone's gonna get their first logbook. So there you go. And then we're gonna fill out all the airplanes you flew, and we'll get you signed off since we're all CFIs. And then we'll get you guys all t-shirts once we get some of those made. They'll sign you off for the airplanes they flew you in. You need to get your pilot's license, 40 hours of flight instruction, or 40 hours of flight time total. Some of that has to be with us, and then at some point you guys, once we feel like you can fly the airplane yourself, we set you free and you go off and do some hours by yourself.
It's just that easy.
It's just that easy.
Couple more days like this, you go fly an airplane by yourself, you're good to go.
You're almost there.
All right, perfect. I'll steal the pen.
Special thanks to our annual sponsors: Legend Aircraft, Clemens Insurance, Behringer Aero, Sarasota Avionics, Lift Aviation USA, Flying Eyes Optics, Red Tag Art, Legendary Aviation Coffee Company, iFly EFB by Adventure Pilot, ICOM Radios, Tundra Tailwheel, Fly Orca.
Connect with pilots worldwide. Watch your flights unfold with accurate terrain, scenery, altitude, ground speed, time, and flight path. Improving your wind situational awareness by reviewing your flight path with wind data. Invite friends to join you. Debriefing with peers is a blast. Balance striving with fun, never wasting a chance to document bragging rights or continue to improve by connecting with pilots and instructors who inspire you. Just tap the record.
What's up, Av Geeks and STOL Freaks? Welcome to Lone Star STOL here in beautiful Sulphur Springs, Texas. It's Luke Spore, everybody, 2019 American Legend Aircraft MOAC. A round of applause for Chuck Olmstead. In the gray and orange MOAC, Brian Shirley, everybody. Give a round of applause for Brian Steck. That's right, the Beast Mode MOAC, Colin Kaniva.
Showing that he deserves to belong here. was legendary.
It's a kind of a different experience buying a Legend Cub because you're buying from the owners of the company. You're going to meet everybody that's going to work with you ahead of time. They're experts at every little facet of it. You pretty much can do as much of the aircraft as you're capable, and they'll kind of hold your hand through the rest of it. So I couldn't recommend it higher than truly a wonderful experience. You show up and you watch how all the fuselages are all TIG welded, and their processes are second to none. They build by far the nicest airplane, lightest componentry, great styling. Ron, their painter, is spectacular. It's not like any other buying experience. You are truly buying into a family. A lot of longtime employees. I'm friends with a lot of the guys that helped build my airplane. Legend Cub owners typically buy an airplane and never sell that airplane. You won't find very many of them used for sale on the market. I think you get a slightly different owner with a Legend Cub. It's not just an airplane to them. It's a piece of art. It's a piece of them. It's custom designed and built for them. Any option you want is available. Hard to get much better than this.
Basically, every time I do an install, I go in and I download all of the latest manuals to make sure that everything's interconnected correctly. We don't miss anything. We don't miss any on-off switches, any warning lights.
You said that the most common position for the CEO Guardian's over there on the right side?
Yeah, it would be generally somewhere in this area. And, you know, if you went into the panel, and obviously you can't go into the panel, and with this particular one I showed you the panel, he's basically got a 275, his ELT is going to be here. You've got USB charging port and programming port, which will be tied into these, is going to be here. Then you've got Bose, your two audio jacks here, and this particular prop de-ice one is going to end up in this here. You can build something off of this flange, which you could put the CEO Guardian here. You could mount it to the top or the bottom of the glove box. Or if you're going to do a panel mount, you've got the mount holes, and I think there's 7, 9 holes that actually go through the panel, and basically I would cut those.
And welcome back, Av Geeks and STOL Freaks, to the Military Aviation Museum. My name is Ryan Dombrowski. We are here at one of the most beautiful turf runways you'll find in the entire United States. We're just in the shadow of the master jet base for the Navy, Oceana. We've got Super Hornets overhead. We've got warbirds hanging out here at this beautiful place. Got a BF-109 off in the distance. We had Yaks flying earlier today. We've got a Wildcat, I think, on deck to fly tomorrow. It is going to be... It's a cool weekend. It's a cool place. If you are in Virginia Beach or North Carolina, maybe you're over in Kitty Hawk, there's a lot of cool places you could be. Come on down tomorrow for the actual competition. We are in the middle of practice here at the Military Aviation Museum for Heritage STOL. And Cam Walton's here on the mic with me.
What up?
And we just saw that Piper Zilla's back.
Yes.
Back in action. Famous Cherokee 180.
Yes.
Piloted by Jeff Abrams. He's going to show you what you could do with just like a standard trainer.
Yeah, seriously. I flew that. I definitely have at least 35 hours of Cherokee 180 time. So, yeah, it is a trainer
fly
airplane.
by the book, man. You can get into Johnson Creek. No problem.
Yeah.
On the right day.
He's going to show us how to do that.
Yeah, especially with Jeff Abrams at the controls. This guy's flown a lot of airline time.
And a lot of famous people, too.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing in the cockpit. So, excited to have him here for practice. So far in practice today, conditions today, Cam, not super great for short STOL scores.
No, I mean, we haven't really had that much wind on the nose. Airplanes like wind on the nose and under the wings, so haven't had much of that. And we've had some reports of that base to final turn being just pretty gnarly, especially until you get beneath the tree line as you come across the road over here. So, it's been harrowing.
Matt Dorssom came over and he said, just so you guys know, and he pointed off in the distance, he said, right over there, it's rowdy.
Rowdy was the word.
He was like, it is definitely rowdy. So, anyway, that's something that they're dealing with today. Windsock is looking super weak.
Yeah.
Not a lot of wind on the nose. Getting ready for our next bout of practice.
Yes.
Want to go to the chat right now. It says, so what I want to know is how did the owner of the Kitfox 5 get both the Kitfox and the Cessna 150 there? Fly two planes at once would be interesting. That's actually what he did. So he was, what you don't know about Andrew Findlay, he's got like very long arms.
Mm-hmm.
And so what he did is he was standing on the left wing.
Okay.
Of the Kitfox.
Okay, yeah,
which is hard, right? Because he's on top of it.
Right.
So he had to reach down and kind of like over there with his to grab that yoke.
Some new age wing walking.
Yeah, and then the Cessna 150.
Yeah.
Right, like got up close to that one, right, and then he's straddling the gap.
Man.
Right between the two, and then he's got a very long arm, left arm. And he's using the controls on that side, and he kind of flies them in unison like that. He's actually got like a Bluetooth throttle.
Man,
that's voice activated.
That's not the only thing he's
like
got.
Full throttle, 50%, 20%, whatever.
Yeah.
And he just flies it like that. And then the rudders, I think they have like the air coupe.
Man, I'm telling you, this man has way more brass than I ever will possess in my life.
Yeah, to fly two planes at once.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's real too. I'm not making that up at all. That's a real thing. He's flying the Kitfox. Mike Hartig says, that is the response I was looking for. You're welcome. You're welcome, Mike. I don't think he is going to be flying the 150 today. I think he's going to go get it after practice. There was some debate about like when during practice I'm assuming just like drive home and get the other plane. But I believe we'll be seeing that tomorrow. So getting ready to go for the next chunk of practice. New is this aircraft to practice, Piper Zilla. We talked about him before, Jeff Abrams.
Yeah. All the way from Florida, from Ocala, Florida. Putting Piperzilla through its paces.
Freshly mowed, I think that grass is.
Yeah. All right, so experiencing some of the wind. So there's a clearing. You may not be able to tell with depth perception on the from the broadcast, but there's a clearing where he lifted off, and the wind whips through that clearing, and that's why you saw a little unstabilized takeoff up there. But
sure. Matt Dorssom. Whoa, big improvement from.
Yeah.
Now, some of that is the wind. We do have a little bit of wind actually coming right down the pipe, it looks like, based on the windsock. The other thing he said is during our little intermission there, he went back and put some weight on the tail. Get a little weight on the tail, helps you get the tail lower. Get a more angle of attack. CG balance stuff. Aeronautical engineering stuff. Andrew Findlay now with the very long arms. Number 72, Wes Campbell, Eastol pilots is FAA inbound. You know, here's the thing, Wes. It's actually part of the FARs. Everything I described, I think, is like part 73.
yes, for wing walking and controlling an aircraft under their underneath
you
your
got to get
feet.
a waiver.
Yeah.
Your formation card.
Throttle controls at his feet.
So
We're bad.
Dave Warren doing a nice job there.
Yeah. In the Super Cub with the belly pod. That's like a requirement in Alaska, it seems. Even though he's from Mobile, Alabama.
Got another Skybro in some sort of raptor hovering up above the trees there.
Looking very positive.
Not plane. Oh, Lee Boyd!
Okay.
That was good. That left main off the ground real early.
Yeah. As you mentioned.
Here comes Piperzilla, base to final. That's going to be a little bit of an overshoot of final there.
Yeah.
As the Stinson gets on the roll. We'll see if it ends up being a go-around. Dan Donahue pushing the throttle forward, nose forward too, yanking her back, and he is off the ground. Plenty of room now for Piperzilla to come in on the backside.
Yeah. Cherokee 180. Bringing it in, chopping the throttle.
Ooh, gave up about 100 feet
yeah,
there
but that
before
landing
touching
was
down.
Smooth. Very, very smooth on that landing. I mean, like, I didn't even see, it barely even looked like any grass was thrown up. Matt Dorssom. Now low and to your left.
So right about there is where he said it was a little rowdy.
Yeah. You can see it just a little bit, a little wing wobble. It's getting stabilized right now. The wind machine has been cut off, so he's going to be dealing with that until he's out of ground effect. And the scratch.
Yeah, not enough power to save him there.
Very healthy scratch. Next up, Andrew Findlay.
He's going to come in. Looks like he's going to let it descend down below the tree line. I think that is the preferred approach. Check out that gust, though. You can actually see it push him over to the left.
Yeah.
And honestly, like, landing with the tree line next to you, obviously there's some sportiness with the wind, but, like, how cool, right?
Yeah.
It's just nice to fly next to stuff sometimes. Okay, so a little bit of a
bounce.
balloon there, either power or wind, and then he had to kind of plop it in there. Still coming in a little faster than I think he wants to. But getting it down and stopped. He's dialing it in pretty well. Next up is Dave Warren in the Super Cub. Well, he comes in, Cam, I was looking at the Military Aviation Museum website, because I don't know if I gave like a good sense of what they have here, but they have a whole Navy hangar.
Yeah.
They have a whole Army hangar of aircraft, World War II especially. Here he is over the line, giving up about 75 feet.
Buttrey. It was a very smooth landing by David Warren. So you can see these pockets of warm air that this bird is riding along the tree line. So those pockets of warm air are going to cause some burbles for our pilots as well. You can see the sunlight peeking through the clouds.
Ooh,
Lee
style
Boyd.
points there for Lee Boyd.
Yeah, just keeping it up on the tail.
And that is the thing we talk about in every competition. But that, for the tail draggers, that's the balance. And look how short our Stinson's down.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking left. I was looking at Lee Boyd.
Yeah, I was looking at Lee Boyd as well, but I'm going to guess maybe he brought it down early instead of electing for a go-around.
Going around there.
Yeah.
So when you're in the tail dragger aircraft, right, it's that balance between braking action. Get
And
heavy
power.
on those brakes, the tail wants to come up and over the top.
Yeah.
So you need to balance that with your elevator, which is the control surface on the back of the airplane that controls, you guessed it, your elevation, controls your pitch. And so you have that stick or yoke full back to help the apparent wind push down on the tail down, and you're balancing that, counteracting with braking action. And then those two things combined, hopefully you're doing what Lee Boyd did, hashtag style points.
Hashtag style points.
I mean, let's be real, what they've got here. They got a P-40, they got a P-51, they got a P-26, they got a BF-109, they got a B-25, they got a Spitfire, they got a Hurricane, they got three Polikarpov, say that, read that before you say it out loud, Ryan. That's just the Army thing. All right, a lot of cool stuff here. On the roll.
Of cool stuff. Race control telling us that Lee just put down a 286, which was as short as all of his runs before. At
Matt
284.
Dorssom on the line.
All right. The Yamaha Apex powered Kitfox. Foxy.
Kelly Kapowski, piloted by Andrew Findlay. Grew up in Idaho, racing Reno, now Roswell in a couple weeks.
Roswell Aliens.
Last 12 years in the sport class. This airplane was built by his father-in-law and his wife, Jackie. That's nice of them to build him an airplane to fly. So
That
he's
is
off
pretty
to the
cool.
races.
David Warren on the line in the Super Cub with the belly pod. There goes. Bringing the tail up. See it come back down in just a moment, and very good.
That was very good from
Yes.
Dave Warren. This is his second year competing. And his team name, like pilot bios that we have, pilots have to fill them out, let us know a little bit about themselves. It says team name, girlfriend number 2. For Dave Warren. Got a good sense of humor. Okay, Lee Boyd now in that 2012 Carbon Cub. Oh, there we go. Tail very high,
Man.
pulling the lawn a little bit. Not actually, but really getting that nose nice and close to the grass and pulled back, and the plane just popped into the air.
It's looking for pennies, as Katrina would say. Gave me some Hot Boy vibes, some of those Brad Crawford vibes from Lee Boyd just a second ago.
Yeah. I like that Brad Crawford.
Yeah.
Hot Boy vibes. Okay. There goes the Stinson, paddled by Dan Donahue. And there's that gap in the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, if nothing else, if you're not airborne by then, you finally get a little wind right there. Piperzilla on the left. Now, this is a different class of airplane, right? This is a heavier airplane.
Yeah. In here and shop the throttle. And he's going to get Piperzilla stopped. Take note of these numbers because we'll probably see similar performance from the Wildcat, surprisingly, tomorrow.
You think it's going to be a 1-to-1?
I think it's going to be. It was pretty close last year. Like I could say that the numbers were fairly close on takeoff and landing. Matt Dorssom out there battling windy conditions below and above the tree line. Probably some thermals as well. He's flying in some sunlight. Hanging it on the prop.
Bam!
Yeah.
Dropping it down on those gear.
I mean, barely giving up anything over the line.
Do you think that weight's making a difference?
I think it is making a difference. You know, he's looking a lot more stable on approach. I haven't really looked at the numbers though, but I mean, I feel like there's a level of confidence there from those weights.
Ooh, right on the line. It's good.
Man.
Well done for Andrew.
Yeah. He's going to get it stopped.
Dave Warren now coming in.
Yep.
Oh, a little sporty there. You can see the wind. I mean,
yeah, it's picking up a little bit. We can see the tops of the trees moving.
Light and variable is always the most annoying.
So
that's
annoying.
going to be too short for him. A little burst of power, but well too late on that application.
Yeah.
Lee Boyd now crabbing a little bit. I wonder. Look at the windsock right now. We've shifted to a tailwind.
Yeah.
It's slight, but it's enough. Coming from the left, from the pilot's perspective, now it's a direct crosswind. Now it's a headwind. What is going on with the winds here?
Yeah.
In Virginia Beach.
He's dialed in though.
Oh,
right across the line. Sean is like, I don't know.
Not
it could be.
Sure if they did it or not.
It's a toss-up.
I would call that good from here.
It looked good from here.
I might be too generous though.
You know, last year we said it was good, or you said it was good for the Wildcat, and he actually kind of scratched, but we gave it to him anyways.
Give it the benefit of the doubt, right?
Yeah, I mean,
it's a warbird.
It was a Wildcat.
Yeah,
he hit the line. It was perfect. Ooh, the Stinson made it probably only gave up like 15 feet on that. I mean, it wasn't the full length of the fuselage.
An improvement for Dan Donahue for sure.
Yeah.
You know, we were talking about generosity before, giving the generosity to the warbirds. I think the other folks we talk about when we talk about generous, Clemens Insurance.
Ooh, Clemens Insurance.
Clemens Insurance is the most affordable and best insurance coverage available, and they're maintaining the highest standard of excellence. And of course, Jerry Clemens, a competitor in the series. But when I talk about generosity from an insurance company, I think the biggest thing I'm talking about is generosity with their time. They're gonna help you figure it out. Get on the phone with your rep. Maybe get a flying club, and you're wondering, how can I get these rates to be more affordable?
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of variables. You got a flying club, like we've got 14 people in mind.
Yeah.
How do you make that work? You get on the phone with the Clemens Insurance folks, and they're going to say, here are some things you can do. But those things, it's going to take them time to educate you.
Yeah.
And that really means a lot. You don't have to, right? We're not, this day and age, you don't get service like that always.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's very true. I mean, you can see it at work today. We've got Sean out there being the head line judge. Normally that would be Lexi Duncan, but she's at work right now.
She's at work, helping out.
At Clemens Insurance.
Piperzilla roaring towards Tokyo. I think Tokyo's actually the other way, but I guess anyways towards Tokyo if you fly long enough. It's kind of a Godzilla joke. I don't know.
It was landing. I was reading what race control was
really
saying.
Matt Dorssom, just the homesick angel there.
There is
Subaru on the front of the Andrew Findlay, Kelly Kapowski airplane. I want to talk to him tonight about the choice to run the Subaru motor.
Yes.
You don't see too many of those.
Yeah.
Literally the closest, based on just the pronunciation, is you see Jabiru. It's a totally different thing. So we'll talk to him a little bit tonight about Subarus and why he put a Subaru in that thing.
On
or
that
why his
thing.
wife and his father-in-law put a Subaru in that thing.
Ah, yes. Yeah.
Piper Cub, Super Cub on the line now. Quintessential bush plane, quintessentially raising that tail and pulled just about right, maybe just a little bit longer. To get that aircraft off the ground. Lee Boyd now cheating a little bit to the right. You'll notice that more experienced competitors will do that, right? They'll slide the airplane in the direction that allows them to take advantage of any crosswind. We don't have a lot, but we want to try to get. Oh, ha ha! Nice one for Lee Boyd.
There we go, Mr. Lee.
Right around 100 feet.
Doing all the right things. Man. And Stinson on its way to victory. That beautiful tail coming up.
So with that, look at that. That was an expert application of flaps.
Yes.
Piperzilla's coming around the bend as he flies it in. We want to talk about our friends at Legend Aircraft. You can come to their factory for the season finals.
Yes.
Lone Star STOL in Sulphur Springs, Texas. That Legend Cub continues to be one of the most coveted American manufactured sport aircraft, and we appreciate their support. Piperzilla gave up about 50 feet. Sun looks amazing.
On the brakes and throwing up all the dust.
Yeah.
No grass, but dust.
Well, I've seen some grass flying up too. I think it's just because it's so carefully mowed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the craftsmanship in this place. Think about what it takes to keep these museum pieces flyable.
Yeah.
The craftsmanship and the care that goes into that. I think you see that in the runway. Right?
Really? I mean, like, it is just
Spoiled.
absolutely manicured to perfection.
Yeah, totally spoiled. Okay.
Yes.
Matt Dorssom, high alpha, nose high, tail low.
That sounds like a song.
Oh, nice one.
Yes.
Okay, now he's going to get heavy on the brakes, binding it up, slow it down, stopping like 150-ish, give or take. Andrew Findlay low and to your left.
Dancing on the rudders. Yeah, yeah.
That was accurate.
Yeah, I agree. I concur, sir.
Yeah, there's that rowdiness right there.
Yeah, you can see a little sink rate coming from David Warren.
I wonder where that is in relation to the museum building, too. Because they could be getting some burblies off of that.
Man, so like just a little valley.
Ooh. Was it enough? Hard to say. I think that may have been enough.
It looked
that
good
last
to
minute
me.
little burst of power.
I really like that.
Lee Boyd now working through the rowdy chunk of the traffic pattern. That breeze feels nice.
Man,
It's
it
been a
does.
hot, humid day here in Virginia Beach.
It has. All right, Lee.
Hanging
Yeah.
it out. Keeping it straight.
And once again, we got the Stinson, a healthy scratch. But electing to do that than going around.
That thing sounds so cool.
Yeah.
It's like bing, 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 bing. Like down the
It does sound like it's salsa dancing down the runway.
Yeah, it looks like the wind dropped out on Daniel there.
Yeah.
So just, you're down low, right? Down low, high alpha. Hanging it on the prop a little bit. The wind drops. You're low, right? That's the benefit of that approach. We say it's maybe competitively dangerous.
Yep.
You're going to drop a few feet and hit the grass and be embarrassed. It's not safety dangerous necessarily.
Is that a new children's book? Instead of hop on top, hang on prop.
Hanging off the prop for the top, flop, and drop.
A little while ago, I was looking at that traffic to our west, and I saw a little smoke trail. I was like, "Oh, that's a C2 out there on the practice field." Piper Zilla releasing all the ponies in the stable, all 180 of them, and he's popped it up well before our little clearing with the wind, so he's getting it dialed in and putting in that work in the Cherokee 180. And here we go with the Kitfox 5. We have better wind conditions right now, but if you look at the flags, it's kind of all over the place. Lee Boyd on the line in the iridescent.
Did we just name his plane?
No, I don't think so. I mean, we could call it iridescence.
Let's ask him tonight.
Yes. Like,
We call it iridescence.
his
by
wife would
Boyd.
probably agree.
Okay. Getting more aggressive. I feel like that one, he didn't pull back all the way.
No? Now he's dancing in the wind right at the tree line.
He
Or
would've
not right at
finished-
the tree line, but vertically.
Yeah, at the top. The
yes.
top of the trees.
Thank you, sir.
If he would have, do you feel like I'm right? If he would have pulled back all the way?
Yeah, and
Like
probably.
he stopped the pull. If he would have pulled all the way, that would have been a nice, clean one.
Yeah.
Stinson not getting the full throttlies we were hoping for.
Yeah, maybe.
Heard a little bit of a backfire action there before we started, so I'm
not
guessing
uncommon,
we're gonna.
though. Not
just gonna
uncommon
call
for us
it.
to hear some backfiring, but maybe that salsa dancing we were hearing earlier wasn't quite so good. So he looks like he's going to take it back to the barn.
Not feeling right there.
Yeah, it might have been knocking. I mean, like, he was on the ground well before the line on our last round of landing, so.
Piper Zilla, it's like
Man.
it's on attack.
Yeah.
Which no one's ever said that about a Piper Cherokee before, but it looked cool.
I mean, it's a fat wing. It kind of did give me that like air attack or like crop dusting feel for a second. Flying the wheel pants off of it. Not literally, but figuratively.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see how the day goes.
Yeah. The shimmying of the brakes with the wheel pants.
We just have a ton of scores in the book right now. It looks like... Where is our friend Jeff Abrams?
Yes.
I mean, he's been putting down scores, like 300-foot plus scores.
Let's see.
500-foot landings. I mean, these are actually pretty good scores for a touring class. I think the judges, we got to get the judges a little bit further down for competition tomorrow to dial that in and make that a little more accurate. But for practice, it's more about Jeff, getting comfortable. Let's watch Andrew come in now.
He is, okay, we got tailwind now, but.
Good over the line, working that left main.
It's looking like Jeff Abrams giving us 600 combined total, 300 on takeoff, 300 landing. Pretty consistent.
I think that one was longer for Andrew Findlay because I know he got a little aggressive on the brakes last time around.
So race control right before he landed, piping in and letting us know that he had a tailwind on that, so that was going to send him downrange a little bit further than what we're all accustomed to, including himself. Airplane getting pushed by the wind. Ooh, Lee Boyd. Oh, still a scratch called by Sean. He looked like he had the opportunity to save it. It was very, 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 very close. As the wind is picking up, we are getting a stiff tailwind. Wind coming to our left. Air Boss Jerry is signaling to switch the runway to our headline judge. So it looks like that might be happening right now.
Yeah, the old switcheroo.
Those switcheroos.
Yeah, we're pretty consistently in the last 10 minutes have switched over to a tailwind for the pilots. While they switch that, Cam, I'm wondering if you could talk to us a little bit about our friends at Red Tag Art. You got a relationship there. They've made stuff for you. Is that right? Or you just know those guys?
Yeah, Kelsey out there has he made my gift for my PPL. Once I got my PPL, gave me one of those valve covers that are a keychain holder. But Red Tag Art out there. Red Tag Art features innovative and handcrafted art and home goods from Red Tag aircraft parts, which are no longer viable for use. Each new design starts with a Red Tag aircraft part and seeing it for not what it is, but what it could be. From bottle openers made from valve covers to turbine coffee tables and everything in between. Check out their designs or start with a custom project at redtagart.com.
Yeah, so you got one of those bottle openers?
Yeah, man. I got a bottle opener and I have a keychain holder. And, I mean, one is a Lyco and one is a Continental valve cover. And it's super awesome. I've got one at the house and one in the hangar. And, man, it just makes for some awesome aviation-related decoration. So even if you have, that aircraft fan in your family, you don't know exactly what to get them for birthday or for Christmas, or maybe it's a kid and you're getting them something really cool for Easter.
Sure, okay.
Put in the Easter basket. I mean, it's still something. Red Tag Art has something for everyone.
That's super cool.
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't gotten anything from them yet, but I got to add something.
It's definitely guaranteed to be very, very awesome in whatever collection you're going to stick that with. I think my girlfriend actually has a taxiway light that is a candle.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, like, they're just super awesome. It looks awesome at night in the living room.
So a bit of a runway switch going on right now. Again, we had that. You heard us talking about it at home, right? We were like, oh, it's a little bit tailwind, it's a little bit crosswind, it's a little bit headwind. Well, now the wind has decided, I guess I will be from the tail. And that is not a great place.
From the tail.
You literally, like, that's like almost day one of pilot training.
Yeah, you don't want to get goosed from behind at all.
You got to go into the front of the wind. So you fly out of the windsock, basically, is the way that I was taught to, like, think about it. You always want to take off out of the windsock as if you were departing out of the cornucopia.
Ooh, yes. Cornucopia, yes. Which is kind of counterintuitive if you have a windsock and then you have a tetrahedron right next to it. So you fly out of the windsock, but you fly in the direction of the tetrahedron.
I mean, yeah, the tetrahedron points the way that you're supposed to take off.
Yes.
I pretend that the tetrahedron is an F-117.
Ooh.
And just that it's pointing into the wind to take off into the wind out of the windsock.
I like it.
Hashtag confusing.
Yes. Or Project Half Blue.
That is where we're at. We're getting a few more runs in for practice today. Just a handful more, I think. Pilots want to do that. We got them kind of shut down, standing by.
Just talking about practice.
What?
That was an Iverson joke.
I missed it.
Talking about practice.
Just talking about practice.
Yeah, it was very famous.
Oh,
just talking about practice. He wasn't showing up for practice.
Is this a sports reference?
Yes, Allen Iverson, the basketball player.
Sports. No sports for me. No sports balls for me.
It's just funny because of how ridiculous it was. The premise of him not showing up for practice, but showing up for the game. He only wanted to show up for the game. He didn't care about practice. I don't need to show up for practice. Just talking about practice.
So let's go to the chat right now. Flying Stampede in the chat. Red tag art is awesome. Got a sweet taxiway light mandel for the beer cave. I don't know what a mandel is. A man candle?
Yes.
Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Here's the thing, Flying Stampede. You could just say candle. No one's going to question your manhood.
Yes.
It is a candle.
It's a taxiway light.
Taxiway, yeah, super
you
cool.
could give it like a cool story, like I knocked that light down in Kelsey Cornwell. Cornell was like, "Yo, I'm gonna make this into a light for you, a candle."
Rick Holman in the chat, one of our competitors on the national circuit, saying looks like an amazing place. Wish I was there.
Come on, Rick.
Aeronaut talking a little bit about that one landing we talked about. It's fine. Everything ended up fine. Mike Hartig saying Legends are such a beautiful aircraft. They are a premium product.
Yeah.
That is true.
Absolutely.
That is true. Aeronaut also mentioning, hey, Ryan, Clemens saved my flying club $1,100 per year and got us better coverage. That's what I mean. Like, they're willing to put in the time. So, like, they increased your coverage. You're better covered than you were before and saved $1,000. I mean, what's avgas right now?
Lots of dollar bucks.
$5 a gallon?
Yeah. That's why
So that's like 200 gallons of avgas.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like 4 full range flights in a Cessna 172.
Let's go.
Yeah. Thanks, Clemens. So, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Practice. If you're just joining us, we're kind of towards the tail end of practice here at the Military Aviation Museum, part of Heritage STOL. One of the last 4. Is that right? This is the 4th to the end. event for the 2025 National STOL season. We're at the Military Aviation Museum, and we were talking about this before, Cam. This collection, I'm curious. It rivals like some really amazing aircraft collections.
Yeah. I mean, and most of it's flying. Like that's the most amazing part of it is they acquire actual flying aircraft.
Most of it is flying or on the way to becoming flying, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I think there's some stuff, particularly in like the World War I hangar, like for instance, like the original 1918 Curtiss Jenny, the one from the stamp. Like that, I don't think they fly that because I think it's like that's pretty crazy, like an original World War I
observation and mail delivery and all kinds of kinds of things.
I don't know if they fly that or not. We'll have to talk to Keegan, the museum director, about that tomorrow when he comes to hang out with us. But we talked about the Army hangar before, right? Army aviation, right? The Warhawk, the Mustang, the Pea Shooter, and then like what they were fighting against too, right? Like that's why the BF-109 is here. Keegan talks about that a lot. Like it's important to put our Allied aircraft in context of what they were fighting, so you can really understand the conflict. But then the Navy hangar, like the other side of the museum building, has like some really crazy stuff. Like if there's an Avenger in there, you're going to see the Wildcat fly tomorrow. Yeah, man. On the runway for us, it's going to be really cool. Catalina, there's a PBY in there, way bigger than I thought it was going to be. It's a big thing. There's the Corsair, the Texan, Sky Raider, and then they've got the N3N Canary, this is also cool. There's just like stuff like it's like a Stearman, right?
Yeah,
like mounted on mounted on floats.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, there is a J3 Cub in there named Blimpy.
Oh yeah,
you know about this?
The AE-1, I think. I think that's the designation for it, the naval designation for that was used for blimp training. Was it blimp training or was it like?
So this is
a dinghy for a blimp.
This is the Piper J3 Cub that they have here, and this one at Glimpy. Okay. I was wrong. Not Glimpy, or sorry, not Blimpy, but Glimpy.
Okay.
This was in 1944. They were testing to see whether or not light aircraft could be launched from U.S. Navy blimps. So they had this J3 Cub with a mechanism mounted on top of the wing that allowed it to hook onto the bottom of a blimp.
Yeah.
And so it could go on patrol. And so then, like, basically, like, the blimp's flying around, and they're like, oh, like, what's that over there? Like, send Glimpy.
It's like a dinghy, right? Like you got a yacht and a dinghy.
On a boat, yeah.
Yeah.
So that it was cool to see as, like, a J3 pilot. I really thought that was cool to see. But they've got this de Havilland Dragon Rapide, which is just an absurd looking aircraft.
Yeah, that aircraft is so awesome. I remember.
Super cool.
Yeah.
And the other thing they've got is the PO2 from the Soviet Air Force.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm not mistaken, is that the night? Yeah, that's the Night Witches. You know that story?
Yes.
So this is a crazy story. The Night Witches were this squadron of biplane pilots, women, in World War II. So think about that. Like, that was not a thing that happened back then.
Right.
All-female unit, and they would only fly at night in these, like, gigantic, slow biplanes, and they would drop bombs purely to prevent the Germans from sleeping.
Yes. Yeah, man.
They were just like, let's keep them tired. And they would, like, coast over the target area.
Yeah.
And
like the
Germans
front lines.
liken the sound of wind rushing, like of the wind rushing through like the biplane wires to the sound of like a witch on a broomstick. And so they earned unit nickname of Nachthexen, which is German for night witches. So they were the night witches. So that is crazy. They dropped several thousand tons of bombs. Some of the pilots, these, again, like leading edge of women in aviation and in combat.
Yeah.
For the Russians there, some of these pilots are flying more than 1,000 combat missions.
Yeah. There's a YouTube channel that you can watch. I think it's called Paper Skies, and like he does it justice for the Night Witches. Like, it's a ton of information. I think he does a lot of stuff for Russian aviation, but I mean, it is the most interesting stories. Like all the vodka involved in like the 50s bombers, where they'd be using it for air conditioning, and they would siphon it out after landing and start drinking.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, just all the things. But yeah, really good documentary on YouTube about the Night Witches.
The other thing I don't know, like I don't know anything about the band, but there's literally like a heavy metal band that made a song about the Night Witches. They are they are super hardcore. So that's an example of what you could find here. Just so many cool stories here at the Military Aviation Museum. And I'm just like skimming through the collection here. It is like a who's who of World War II. You know, on the German side, we got the 262. We talked about that at the beginning of the broadcast. They got the BF-109 over there, which Cam and I, again, we saw it taxiing by.
Yeah.
And it sounded amazing. They've even got like a training glider. They've got a Junkers. They've got a full, like, we've seen the three-quarter scale Storch on the circuit. Levi Nogues flies that. Well, they've got a full-size real one here. It's big.
It is
so large. I thought it was going to be like Piper Cub sized.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
It is like big boy.
It might be even bigger. I still haven't seen it, but it might be even
probably
bigger.
See it tonight.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you have a favorite thing? Like, if we look through, this is their World War II collection. Never mind World War I. Like, what? It's bad TV, folks. But we're scrolling through. We're scrolling through the collection here. I mean, like, just for the folks at home: Spitfire, Mustang, Catalina, Corsair, Warhawk,
My favorite
Wildcat.
is not here yet.
What's that?
My favorite is not here yet.
What is your favorite?
They're getting a 0.
What?
Yeah, they're getting a 0. Keegan and I talked about it last year. I believe it's already been purchased. It's getting finished. You can follow it on YouTube. I think there's like some people following it, making videos about it. But yeah, they're supposed to acquire that 0. It's gold. It's a very golden color with black writing on it. It is absolutely stunning, and I believe it's one of the clip wing Zeros. So it's
amazing.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. But like, they just steadily acquired the most awesome aircraft in history.
And it's not just the like headliners. That's what's cool too. Right? Like, Spitfire, P-51, love them.
Yeah.
Hashtag love them.
Right.
But like, then we scroll down a little bit, like P-39F Aerocobra.
Yeah.
That's like one of the coolest looking airplanes ever built.
Yeah. MiG-3.
Yeah, MiG-3. Yeah, they're beautiful.
I mean, yeah, so you really have to make your way out here to Virginia Beach. I mean, especially if you're an aviation fan, not only do you get to come to the museum and see all these timeless pieces of history, you get serenaded by F-18s from Oceana. Or you can look down the opposite end of the runway and see like C-2 Greyhounds, catch them while you can. Landing at Fentress, at some of the auxiliary naval airfields out here. I mean, you can be at the campgrounds. Like, there's campgrounds that are not too far away from here that all the production is staying at, and like, just constantly see traffic and hear just all the things, all the Navy things going on around here, and it's really, really cool. It's just a great area if you're a fan of aviation, or if you know anyone that's a fan of aviation. You can tell them, hey, let's go to Virginia Beach and have a good time, and them completely not know what they're stepping into, what they're agreeing to, and just knock their socks off. Just come to the museum, see some F-18s fly while you're here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. Here's the other thing I want to mention to folks, just to give props, no pun intended, to our friends here. Not only can you, I mean, you go to their webpage, all those airplanes we mentioned, they're all the photographs of them are in the air. Right? I just want to give credit again where credit's due. Like, these are airplanes that are a great gargantuan effort is made to keep them flying. But the other thing is you can actually get like an airplane ride here. And if you wanted to get like your first airplane ride, why not do it in a 1941 Stearman biplane?
Yeah.
You come out here, you get in a biplane, which is like one of the pilot makers of World War II. And you can zip off into the wild blue yonder for about 20 minutes. Sound of round in front of you.
Oh, yeah.
Wind in your hair, maybe some bugs in your teeth. And what an amazing experience that would be.
I mean, there's not a lot of experiences that a lot of pilots get that are as unique as open cockpit, especially in a Stearman. I mean, like, especially if you have friends with Stearmans. Like, if you have a friend with the Stearman and you've never flown with them, like,
I don't have any friends with the Stearman.
I got some friends that have a Stearman, and I've never even asked, but it's worth it. It's very much worth it.
That's another Karen feeding problem.
Yeah.
Like similar to the
Oh
yak.
my goodness, yeah, you can get in. I mean, you can get a Stearman for a very good price. You're not even close to $500,000 on the price for a Warbird, of course. But at the same time, yeah, it's an older engine that still just drinks and consumes as much oil, almost as much gas, it seems, and that's where the expense comes in. And it's a lot of fabric. If you have to do any fabric work on it, it is more than a Cub.
Yeah, it's a sizable airplane.
Yeah.
I want to say hi in the chat, Denny Rowe.
Hey!
Saying hi in the chat.
One of our
Wes Campbell
competitors.
commenting, the wind banners are literally going in circles, laughing emoji. Yes. That is a thing that we're dealing with right now. Mike says, B-17 is my favorite World War II aircraft. I think it was the most beautiful aircraft. I'm also biased. My grandfather was a flight engineer on one. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
B-17. So we got a little bit of aircraft movement here.
Yeah, we're gonna do some
Piperzilla's taxiing around.
repositioning. We got one of the yaks on the move. I don't know if he's repositioning or if they're going to leave for the day. I know that they had some obligations tomorrow, so they won't be with us tomorrow. But we got the yaks today, and tomorrow we get a Wildcat. So I think that's
I would like the yaks to come back.
I would too. I mean,
They could
yaks are
talk
cool.
back too.
Yeah. Yeah. They are
That'll
very
be
cool
fine.
airplanes.
So Shannon Ennis is taxiing up in his yak, that bright yellow yak. It is a cool plane. Everyone else is getting in line here. So Piperzilla, Andrew Findlay, Lee Boyd, everyone's getting ready to go. Shannon Ennis was actually a competitor last year. Flew I think it was a 172, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I was asking him about it today because I was expecting to see it have a very cool spinner on it, a red, white, and cream, or red, white, and blue, actually, 172. Very cool machine. We saw some yaks at Pony Express STOL on setup day. There's a couple of guys that were there. I think they were actually heading to their Red Star Pilots Association clinic for some formation flying at the time. And headline judge Sean bringing up Piperzilla. Our view is partially obstructed right now, but we'll do our best. And we're hearing the power come alive as Piperzilla has been released.
That's going to shorten the number up to get a little bit of that wind on the nose.
Yep. So the line is actually at 300 feet right now, so we're just a little bit beyond that. Maybe the 375s, close to 400.
Glenn Roberts in the chat. So glad this streaming on Facebook and that my Department of War internet allows me to access. He wasted no time adjusting to that name change.
Oh, man. And the Kitfox 5.
We miss you too, Glenn. Glenn is a competitor, flies a champ, but he's also a drone pilot for us.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to see how this affects this shift in wind, right? I mean, we always see it when we switch.
Yeah.
The numbers change pretty dramatically. I'm curious about Andrew Findlay because he's had longer takeoffs and landings. We finally, towards the end of the day today now, have a little bit of wind on the nose for him. Lee Boyd!
Yeah, all right. Very dynamic takeoff.
Here's what I'm going to say about the Department of War thing.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's what it used to be called, the Department of War. But wouldn't it be more modern just to call it the War Department? Think how much money you could save on like printer ink by getting rid of the word of.
Yes.
Just shorten it up.
Of.
War Department.
War Department.
I mean, I don't know. You're going to change it. It's modernized.
Shorten it, please. Yes.
Piperzilla to the right now, banking in. Oh, that's beautiful.
It is very picturesque. Feel like I'm at the airport watching some Cherokee 180 action.
How much money are we going to spend switching it from DOD to DOW?
It can still stay DOD, just be DO-dub.
DO-dub, I like that.
Talking about modernizing
the
it.
DO-dub.
The DO-dub.
All right, here comes the Cherokee now, settling into ground effect. Jeff Abrams.
Sean giving us the scratch.
Look at how much that nose
Yeah.
gear is compressing. And it just releases when he lets on the brakes. It's like the whole front of the airplane just exhales.
It
like,
really does. Ah, yes.
That was a scratch, though, but that's all right. He'll get it dialed in.
He's now off the blue suede shoes.
I mean, there's not. Look at how close. There's not a lot of room.
Yeah.
Between the bottom of the prop and the ground there.
Kitfox 5, Andrew Findlay. Good over the line, getting the double thumbs up. Now I see grass getting tossed up. Just lots of braking action.
That is cool. Sorry, I'm still in awe of Piperzilla.
Yeah.
Guy knows how to fly.
Heli pilot in the chat saying, "Go Dad!" Piperzilla.
Here comes Lee Boyd to the right. Now it's interesting because now we've got the clearing the like crossing grass section. I mean, even a few knots on the nose. Look how much of a big difference that makes. We're now in the sub 125 era. This is my short landing era, Cam.
Yes. And Piperzilla is clean.
It's hot out. Cam and I are feeling a little delirious. Hello. So we said hi to Heli Pilot in the chat. Hello. Also, hello to Merlin Tucker Collins, cheering on Piperzilla as well in practice today.
Yeah.
Space Cowboy saying, I fly as a crewman in a TBM Avenger. Tell us a cool fact in the chat, Space Cowboy.
Yes.
What's a cool TBM Avenger fact that only you know?
Yes. Some
then
turkey action.
Glenn Roberts is concurs with me. War Department would be better. So you guys ladder that up. Glenn, send that up the command chain. Tell him that some guy named Ryan says War Department would be cooler. Okay. Time for another run of practice here at the Military Aviation Museum. We got 3 aircraft still practicing today. We got Piperzilla, the Cherokee 180. We got this is cool. They all have names. We got Piperzilla.
Yep.
Kelly Kapowski.
Yep.
And then we've decided
Iridescence. Yeah.
Watching Jeff Abrams modulate the flaps there. So in the Cherokee, the flaps, these are the inboard control surfaces that we've talked about. The Cherokee's still effective for this type of STOL flying because it has, versus like the Cessnas and stuff, right? Like it has Johnson bar flaps. What that means is there's literally a bar on the floor of the cockpit. You reach down and you grab it and you pull it up. Andrew Findlay, there we go. So he's taking off in that like 300 to 325 range right now.
Yeah.
Getting a little more accuracy on his scores there from the judges now that we've flapped runways.
Yeah, and you can see him crabbing in the wind right now. The wind is not necessarily whipping, but it is a little bit more. It's a little bit more powerful up higher.
Is that? Are we close enough to the ocean to call that a sea breeze that we're experiencing now?
We might be. Oh, yeah, I like that.
That was something else. Arlene Henderson saying nothing like seeing this in person with the emoji with the heart eyeballs.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. It is very exhilarating.
If you're here, Arlene, we love that you're here. Can't wait to see you tomorrow as well. Piperzilla base to final. And Heli Pilot saying, for what it's worth, I trained and got fixed wing licensed in Piperzilla with Jeff as my CF. I mean, that makes sense. He's your dad.
Oh, yeah.
But that's awesome.
Heli Pilot, from what I understand, also a very accomplished aviation photographer.
Descending down into ground effect now, holding it off. Bam. There we go.
Yeah.
What do you think? Is like an inch of prop clearance when he's under heavy braking like that? I mean, I'm not trying to be.
It's close. I mean, like.
But it's like it's close.
Yeah.
Right? You said you have about 35 hours in the Cherokee 180. I'm going to look up mine. We'll see.
Yeah, I think so. Let me.
A little race here to find out who's closer. Andrew Findlay now on the right. Holding it off, getting a little close, little bubble. Scratch on that run in practice. I've only ever flown one Piper Cherokee.
Okay.
And I have 37.7 hours of Cherokee 180 time. 140. Mine's a 140.
All right. I have 32.8 hours of total Cherokee time.
I guess
That's between two, and the one that I have the most Cherokee time in is, oh man, I probably shouldn't say this, but it's a common theme for Cam, I guess. That airplane is no longer an airplane; it's just a pile of burnt metal somewhere.
Did you roll that one?
I
too?
did. I did not roll that one.
Okay.
I have steep turned it, but yeah, that plane is no more. Good old flight school planes.
Heli pilot confirming in the chat, I am an aviation photographer. Thank you for that.
Yes, sir. Me and your dad have talked many times about cameras, and I have seen your work.
Looks like Piperzilla calling it a day. Jeff Abrams dismounting his majestic steed over there on the ramp. Andrew Findlay's also down and departed from the aircraft there. Let it shut down, get things parked up. That means Lee Boyd's the last one to play.
Let's go, Lee.
And based on what I'm seeing in the score sheet, I think Lee Boyd may be having he may have the shortest combined score of practice.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. Look behind us, by the way. It says danger. Danger.
Oh, yes.
That's us.
We are dangerous.
Danger is literally our middle names, folks. Thanks so much for watching here. Heritage STOL.
Yeah.
Having a great time at the Military Aviation Museum. And we're wrapping up practice here today. It's a hot day.
Man, it is muggy.
Humid, yeah, hot and humid. Maybe the hottest and humidest day of, no, not hottest. Oregon Trail STOL was hotter. But I don't think it was a dry heat. I don't think it was as hot as this place is.
It was a dry heat, but it was hot. That whole side of the country for that whole time was very hot.
It's true. I don't remember Moses Lake being particularly bad.
Not too bad. I don't know. I just feel like once we got back to Salt Lake after not Moses Lake, but Pinedale, it was just like instant 100-degree weather.
Yeah.
It was very hot. I think they're in monsoon season right now. I think we're being told that the yaks are ready to depart. So we might get to see some yak action after Lee Boyd's last run, if this is his last run.
And now what's cool is we've got the windsock on top of the control tower that we stole from Ray Powell. Putting in work for us, right?
Yeah.
Like now the pilots can really use it and see what's going on up there, kind of elevated.
Yeah,
And
both
then
of
they've
them
got
are
this
really
one over
concurring
here.
right now. So
Yeah,
it's
good. A
good.
little win for Lee Boyd as he comes through that little clearing in the runways. Settling it in.
Yeah.
Burst of power. Drop it. Clap it. Stop it.
I feel like all of that was like the Bop It commercial. Remember
Flip it. Twist it.
Yeah.
Bop it. Drop it. Stop it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and Jody Card's not here to chop, plop, and drop. I'm curious how his repairs are going after.
Yeah, I think they are complete. We had pictures from him visiting Clint and getting all that stuff taken care of.
Sorted out.
Yeah.
I still think his attitude after that at Pinedale was the absolute best.
Yeah.
He's like, checkers or wreckers, man. Let's go. He knew. He's like, I I'm working that gear. I'm putting it to work. So really cool to see that attitude from him and him putting in that effort. So it looks like Lee Boyd's taxiing back to the pits, and we're going to be hanging out. Let's hang out just a little bit longer to see that yaction, the departure of the yaks before we call it a day. While we get ready, though, to call it a day, I just want to say thanks. Cam, to you. Thank you for hanging out.
Oh, it's always a pleasure, sir. Thank you for your triumphant return.
Oh, I was only gone for one show.
It's okay. You were gone, and we did well. But now the prodigal son has returned.
Oh, I don't know about prodigal son, but it is good to be back. I want to say thank you to all our volunteers that we have running the show. It's been just really, really rad to see everyone continue to keep National STOL alive. Volunteering has been really cool. Big thanks to everyone in the booth, Tom Wolf and ADK running the show. We got Ryan up on cameras. We got, I think I see Thomas over there. Got our new buddy here who we just met this morning on another camera. So that's really cool to have everyone working together.
Yeah.
Our friends at the Military Aviation Museum. So awesome to have them bring us here, and I can't wait to see what we're going to see on the tour tonight. We get to see the collection and talk to the docents about everything they've got here. Got the yak hanging out there on the runway. Martin, that's the new guy in the camera. Martin.
Thank you.
Thanks, Martin. So we're just waiting a little bit here. We had a tent blow over off in the distance there. And so they're securing that tent before it becomes a FOD problem.
Yes.
And then we're going to be ready to get these yaks to depart. There's the 109.
Man, yeah.
It's really cool. So thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to all our viewers at home. Let's go back to the chat one last second. Yeah, we got a bunch of great people hanging out. Space Cowboy. Did you give us a fact, Space Cowboy? 16 I solo hopefully soon. What age requirement for National STOL Series? I think you could fly at 16.
You can, if you have a CFI with you.
Or you're a private pilot, right? Like once.
Oh yeah.
Or well, you're a student
17.
Pilot. Yeah, 17 to be private pilot.
Right. But yes.
Wait,
yes.
what? Yes, 16 to solo.
Mm-hmm.
Other folks to say hi to, heli pilots talking about. Come to Florida, and I promise Jeff will let you fly Piperzilla and his other aircraft, and thank you. Okay, so that's pretty rad. Everyone party at Piperzilla's house.
Yeah. I do have to make it down there because they have a very, very exclusive fly-in with some pretty cool aviation things, like the Cavalier Mustang.
Yeah, they got a lot of really
man.
stuff there.
Oh, my goodness.
Folks,
yes.
As we wrap up, sorry, Cam.
No.
I'm excited to share so much. NationalSTOL.com/vote.
Yes.
Can't forget that.
Vote for your favorite pilot.
And tomorrow, do you know what time we're tuning in tomorrow?
10:30 a.m.
Yeah, Eastern time.
Eastern time. So let's see. We are minus. We're +4 actually for that. So that is going to be 14:30 Zulu time.
Nice.
Yes.
14:30 Zulu, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time for Heritage STOL. The big thing tomorrow, in addition to the competitions, we have the spot landing competition.
Yep.
We've got the standard National STOL competition. We've got a paper airplane competition for the kids.
Yeah.
That's cool. You guys did that in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, if you saw it last week, it was very cute. It was awesome.
So we'll do that again with the kids here in Virginia Beach. And then the Wildcat coming out to show us what World War II Navy STOL looks like.
Yeah, just blow your mind with performance. Carrier performance.
Simulated carrier landings.
Which is very akin to what we're doing here.
So come on out. Check it out.
Yeah.
NationalSTOL.com for more. And look for us hanging out all day tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time. as always.
Any predictions for the competition tomorrow, Cam?
It's gonna be really fun between they're in 2 different classes, but it's really gonna be fun to watch Matt Dorssom and Lee Boyd. And then, you know, it's gonna be relatable for a lot of pilots, a lot of younger pilots especially, or newer pilots, student pilots that are going to watch Piperzilla do its thing.
Yeah.
They may be flying a Cherokee 180 or 140 or something similar, but yeah, that's going to be pretty awesome to watch the performance that Jeff is going to do in that aircraft.
Yeah, because what would you say? Maybe, I don't know what percentage. Let's fake it and say it's like 50%.
Yeah.
Student pilots probably train in a Cherokee.
Yeah.
And the other 50 are, I mean, I don't know. It's probably more 172s than Cherokees, but
I would say you're really close. I mean, if I were to throw out numbers, I'd say 52% on the 172 and the remainder with Cherokees. I mean, like, it's going to be a really close split. 172s are just so abundant, and Cherokees are so abundant. They're just, and you have all the different varieties. Between 140 and 180 and 160, 150 is a number, like so many different versions of Cherokees.
But you get to fly, I mean, a Cherokee, again, another one of those quintessential training aircraft, and I agree. It is really fun to see an airplane that you trained in performing at that level. Speaking of performance, there's just a Super Hornet there on the screen, and now it's the moment we've been waiting for to wrap up the broadcast. Check it out. Shannon Ennis at the controls of his Yak 52.
Man.
That's an imposing looking thing.
It does look imposing.
Getting her spooled up.
Yeah. It's a very good chance that if you were on the Russian aerobatic team at one point in time prior to the 80s, you trained in one of those aircraft. Maybe if you were ultimately flying MiG-29s, you might have had a little training in a Yak 52.
So doing a run-up right now to get all 350 horsepower?
360.
360 ponies.
Mm-hmm.
Get them all warmed up.
Yeah.
Ready for the big flight, and
yeah, they're going
there we go. We are on the roll. What a cool way to close out practice there. Nice short takeoff, too.
Yeah. Smoke him if you got him. He's got him.
All aircraft should have smoke systems. It's just my...
Yeah, I think so.
It's just dropping the chemtrails down for everybody. Nice big climb out, and now Mikey Morrison.
Wow, that is a lot of power to be able to do it like that. And smoke him if you got him again. Sucking up the gear.
Huge vertical there for Mikey Morrison, and that is we're gonna call it a day.
I think so.
Yaks
Yakety yak.
Off to
Tomorrow,
the races.
Yeah, Yakety yak. Tomorrow, Wildcat.
It's gonna be so cool. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow, Cam, 10:30 a.m. Eastern at the Military Aviation Museum. We can't wait to see you then.
Yeah. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, friends. Have a good one.